household, or just everyday life can be hectic. The last thing you want to have to think about is banking. At First State Bank, we focus on providing you the financial tools and exceptional service you need so you can focus on what really matters. Whether it's managing your business from the sidelines or making life run a little smoother with convenient and flexible financial solutions, we've got your back. Give back to business and life. We'll take care of the rest. First State Bank.
Johnny Story in with a thought from Alathus Realty. With years of experience, knowledge, and a network of relationships, they ensure you'll get the most for your house. So when it comes time to put that property on the market or begin looking for that next dream home you have, don't delay. Call Brent Preddy and the professionals at Alathus Realty Russellville, 968-5668, or check them out, russellvilleliving.com.
Focus Days are back at Arkansas Tech University. This is your chance to be an ATU student for the day and experience student life firsthand. Plus, you'll be among the very first to enjoy an exclusive behind-the-scenes preview of our brand new Ferguson Student Union before it opens. And we're giving away a $1,000 scholarship. Experience what it's like to be a student in the College of STEM on January 30th. Visit atu.edu/focusdays to register for free.
Are you working hard to feed your family on a budget? Visit Chicken Mart to get all your Crispitos, pizza sticks, restaurant quality chicken nuggets, strips, wings, and fries all in one stop, and lots of opportunity purchases that are so good they may never come back. Check out Chicken Mart in 2 convenient locations before you go grocery shopping and see what they have for your family. Chicken Mart's been serving the River Valley since 1983 and still going strong. Visit 1808 South Arkansas Avenue or 106 Weir Road in Russellville. Chicken Mart, your chicken and more store.
Welcome back. We're at Mtn Home High School. The gymnasium here is called the Hangar. They have a whole bomber theme here at the Mtn Home, and it's still kind of built like a gymnasium, meaning it really holds the sound in, and it kind of has that old school high school feel to it. A little bit bigger than the older high school gymnasiums, but a really good place to play, but tough place to play for visiting teams. Lady Cyclones and Cyclones coming in here for Game 2 in the 5A West. As we take a look at the girls' matchup for your Lady Cyclones, they lost their conference opener on Tuesday night, lost a close one to Alma, 60-56. Lady Cyclones played from behind most of that game, but had a chance to tie or take the lead. They were down 58-56 and got the basketball, threw the ball away with 21 seconds left. Alma went on to win by 4, hitting a couple free throws to ice the game. In that game on Tuesday night, Jasmine Garcia had 13 points, along with Kyra White with 13. But Lady Cyclones had 4 players in double figures. Leading the way was McKinley Walls in that game with 16. Lizzie Harrison had 10. Lady Cyclones hit above their scoring average. They've been averaging 49 points a game, getting 56, but just giving up 60. Again, playing from behind most of that night. And Alma, a young team, they had moved up 6 freshmen on their high school squad. Now, the complete opposite is this Mtn Home Lady Bombers team. They're not young at all. In fact, they said, look, after this year, they're going to take some lumps the next 3 to 4 years because they don't have anything coming up behind this great senior class. They start 5 seniors. 2 of them will play at the next level. I'm sorry, 3 of them will play at the next level. A 4th one will actually play softball in college. You have an OBU commitment, a commitment to Missouri Southern, a commitment to Harding in basketball, and then a number 4 starter is actually committed to play softball at Harding. A lot of talent here. All seniors. They're really a seasoned group. A little struggled in their a little bit of struggle in their conference opener as they lost at Harrison. But look, that's a heated rivalry. It's the closest conference game that they play. And even when they weren't conference opponents, they'll play Harrison. And it's heated no matter if it's softball, baseball, basketball, football, wrestling, whatever it may be. That's their big-time rival. But the Mtn Home Lady Bombers, it went back and forth in that game. We were keeping our eye on it during our game Tuesday night, and the lead changed hands, I think they said 9 different times. Mtn Home ended up coming out on top, going away with it at the very end, 59-49, to get Dale Leonard his first conference victory of the season. They are 1-0. As we look across the conference, of course, everybody's playing on Tuesday and Friday nights. So everybody's played one game. Farmington, Mountain Home, Alma, and Greenwood, they're all 1-0. Russellville, Van Buren, Silent Springs, and Harrison, they're all 0-1. Tonight, other than this one here up at Mountain Home, Van Buren is at Siloam Springs, Farmington's at Alma, that ought to be a pretty good one, and Harrison at Greenwood. Farmington seems to be the favorite in boys and maybe the favorite in girls too, because I said over at Greenwood's having to take a step back just a little bit with some talent they've lost due to graduation. You have to finish in those top 4 spots if you want to make the state tournament. We're going to take a break, come back with more and the starting lineups for both teams. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on River Country KCJC.
At Union Bank, we're more than a place to keep your money. We're your friends and neighbors. Sure, we've got checking and savings and digital banking with all the bells and whistles. So what really sets us apart? We know your name, not just an account number. And we're focused on serving you and our community because just like you, we call this home too. We invite you to discover the Union Way, where relationships matter. Visit us online at gounion.bank. Union Bank, member FDIC.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Back at the Farmers Co-op, and Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, whenever we're thinking about the Farmers Co-op, it's that variety that people love and the great selection that they'll find at their local co-op, East Main Russellville, also in Danville.
That's true. We have all the items for the farm and ranch, but we also have lawn and garden, pet supplies, just a very wide variety of products.
The Farmers Co-op in Russellville, exit 84 off Interstate 40, East Main Russellville, also in Danville.
The folks at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air want to take a moment to not only thank you for your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you've put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. And customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you from Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
KCJC Dardanelle, Russellville. Ladies and gentlemen, this is River Country, KCJC.
Welcome back here to the hangar in Mountain Home. We'll give you the starting lineups as we believe it's going to be with the Lady Cyclones. They were kind of holding out because, remember, they had made a change in the starting lineup for Alma, inserting Anaya Staswick, but we believe it's going to be junior number 3, Chloe Gardner, junior number 5, Jasmine Garcia, senior number 10, Lizzie Harrison, junior number 14, McKinley Walls, and senior number 15, Kyra White. Lady Cyclones 7-8 on the season, 0-1 in conference play under the direction of LaShonta Johnson. She's in her 3rd season here as a head coach of Lady Cyclones. The only place she's been a head coach here at Russellville. And coming into this game, she has a record of 38 wins and 37 losses. Her assistant is Austin Turner in his 2nd season as assistant coach for Russellville. For Mountain Home, they're going to start off, as we said, with 5 seniors. 5'10 senior number 2, Brooklyn Mitchell. 5'10 senior number 3, Jayla Yonkers. 5'5 senior number 4, Lauren Rawls. Lakin Anderson, she's a 5'6 senior number 32. And Livy Fosness, number 33, she's a 6-foot senior for Mountain Home. The Lady Bombers under the direction of Dale Leonard. He's in his 30th season as head coach. All 30 seasons have been here at Mountain Home. He is 11-5 overall this season, 1-0 in conference play. Once again, they had defeated Harrison in their conference matchup on Tuesday night, 59-49. The Lady Cyclones losing to Alma, 60-56. They've beaten some good teams. They scored 80 on Jasper. That's been the most points they've scored this year. But looking at their non-conference matchups, they had losses to Conway, Harbor, Valonia, Missouri West Plains. They played a tough schedule and still finished 11-5. I say 11-4, and sorry, get that right here in a second. 10-5 in non-conference before winning Tuesday night. They're about to do the official starting lineups, which we're okay with joining, but we're going to take a break as they're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance, the moment of silence, and the national anthem. And then we come back, we'll be getting close to tip-off for tonight's matchup. Lady Cyclones playing first. The senior boys will tip off at about 7:30. We do want to tell you, we'll keep promoting it throughout the night. A week from tonight is your next chance to see the Cyclones and Lady Cyclones back at home. A week from tonight, they will host Siloam Springs at Cyclone Arena. On Tuesday night, they'll be on the road once again at Van Buren. We'll take a break, come back with more. This is Lady Cyclone basketball in River Country, KCJC.
Ready to shape your future at Arkansas Beauty College?
If you are able, Conqueror football hats and veterans offer a hand salute as we honor America. First with the Pledge of Allegiance, led by our Mountain Home High School cheerleading squad and Bomber Bells. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Performing tonight's Star Spangled Banner, please welcome the Mountain Home High School Marching Bomber Band. Now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups first. For the visiting Russellville Lady Cyclones.
Check out the 2026 Honda ATV lineup. Rancher, Foreman, and Rubicon. Ready when you are. For your safety, read the owner's manual and always wear a helmet and eye protection. Honda ATVs are for riders 16 years and older.
Welcome back to the hangar here in Mountain Home. Lady Cyclones wearing their all-black uniforms with red numbers, no white trim at all. I'm lucky that we're close because I can see it a little bit easier. And they have turned off all the lights. I mean all the lights as they're getting ready to introduce the Mountain Home Lady Bombers. And I cannot see a thing. So I'm going to have to go from memory. It is the starting five that we thought it was going to be. Chloe Gardner, Jasmine Garcia, Lizzie Harrison, McKinley Walls, and Kyra White. And they do have a little bit of hype video going on in the corner. Of course, at Russellville, it's at center court. They have a video screen that was just here last year. It's in the corner of one of the end zone, 3/4 away around. That's where they have all the seating. You come in from one side, and everybody comes in from the same side and sort of files in there. The student section's in the other end zone, and that's where Russellville's bench is, and will be shooting at that goal in the second half. Dylan Conley, the PA voice of Mountain Home. He's also the play-by-play guy for Henderson State University, and getting into the introductions tonight. You know, you always say that you got to steal some games on the road. It's really hard to do it here, but you're going to have to do it somewhere if you want to make the state tournament. And I will say that a little bit of news on the state tournament. They're supposed to find out here in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, who's going to host the state tournament. Mountain Home put a bid. They were the very last bid, got put in. We were kind of alerted that it was going to happen, so we told you about that on Tuesday night. But Lake Hamilton has bid on the basketball state tournament, as has Farmington. Mountain Home got a bid in. They're supposed to, all three schools present their cases next week by the AAA, and they're supposed to hear, I believe, not next week, but the week after, where it's going to be. I just hope we're there covering both teams. That would be fantastic wherever we go. I don't care where we go. We're there covering the Cyclones and Lady Cyclones. We're ready for basketball here. I'm Mickey Duval, Aaron Duval with you. Stephen Berry, our engineer, back at the KCJC studios. Ready for some basketball action. The Bombers, a little bit of Michigan colors when you have that MH there in the middle of the court. But they're in their home whites with blue and gold trim. You know they're going to tip it. But they did win the opening tip with Faustness, who is 6 foot, and she may be about 6'1" now. She's not their main scorer, but she is posting up down low as they're going to go inside to Russellville with a double team. Good interior passing. Shot blocked there. Take your pick who blocked it. It was out of bounds off Russellville because when Garcia tried to grab it for the Lady Cyclones, their foot was on the line. I don't know if she got the block or if Kyra White got the block.
Both of them look like they both touched the ball, so they can get half a block each.
Yeah, how about that? They do those half a sack things, so why not? And that's actually legit, not like other records, right? Here's a missed shot from inside Faustness, and with the rebound is Lizzie Harrison for the Lady Cyclones.
Harrison had good position to get that defensive rebound.
I sure am glad you're back to do rebounds. That's just a little bit too much for me. I was trying the best I could. By about the second quarter, I had to give up. Chloe Gardner going to launch a long three, misses this one. With the rebound is Jayla Yonkers. Long pass down the floor, running the floor was Anderson. She missed the layup, but the follow there by Lizzie Faustness.
Well, again, we let a Lady Bomber get in there and get that offensive rebound. We got to block out.
That's tough to do, though. It was in transition. We didn't have our regular defense there, as it was a great pass down the floor by Yonker. So it was more of a fast break, and the trailing the play was Faustness. We tried to pass it inside. It was a little too tall for the cutter, Chloe Gardner. In transition once again, so 3-on-2. They tried to go to Faustness, I think. It really wasn't there. They'll kick it out. They'll miss the 15-footer. Faustness will hit the follow-up shot there, and Faustness has all 4 points. That one we should have had blocked out there. We had position, but Faustness is 6 foot. She's going to Harding to play basketball next year. Again, one of 3 future college basketball players that is on this senior starting 5. Lady Cyclones will miss a baseline jumper, trailing 4-0. Missing that jumper was Garcia. This is Jayla Yonkers. She's going to Missouri Southern, number 3. They thought she had broke her wrist on Tuesday night. They x-rayed it after the game, after they got home from Harrison. Turns out it was just a sprain, so she's got it wrapped in a blue wrap. They'll miss a shot from the outside. Russellville with the rebound. Here comes Chloe Gardner. She'll stop and run the point. Garcia is in the corner. Not with the basketball right now. They're going to give it to Chloe Gardner, cutting left side. Misses the shot from in there. You're really big on one-chance points, and that's one chance there as Faustness got the rebound. One-handed pass from Yonkers. She'll get it back from Lauren Rawls. Lady Cyclones trailing 4-0. Top of the key three-pointer from Mitchell. Missed that one badly. Faustness underneath, shot blocked from behind. We're going to get a foul called on the Lady Cyclones. And that will be on Lizzie Harrison, her first. Faustness to the line to shoot 2. We have the scoreboard here reversed because they actually have it reversed here, and it's easier to keep up with. They put the home side on the left side, so that's what we have on our live stream.
Missed that first shot.
5:19 left to play here in the first quarter. Amaya Ely checks in for the Lady Cyclones. That's our first substitution. At times, two of the last 3 games that Harrison has started, she's gotten in some foul trouble. They did not start her against Alma, but they pull her out now with that first foul. Faustness hits 1 of 2. It's a 5-0 lead for Mountain Home.
We need to score this time down just to break the cycle, get into the scoring column.
Going inside to Ely. It was denied. I'll kick it back out. Playing defense inside, 5'10 senior Deanna Human. She's off the bench, their first player off the bench, and Lady Cyclones will throw it out of bounds once again. I think that's our 3rd turnover in our last 4 possessions.
Well, that's one thing we talked about in pregame. They got to cut back on those turnovers. Make good passes.
At the top is Mitchell, so swing it right side to Yonkers, the 5'10 senior. You can say senior on just about every player that comes in the game. Anderson, top of the key, three-pointer hits, and she's fouled. Now we need to check this. Did they foul the shooter or did they foul somebody else? They're going to call the foul on Kyra White. And it was not on the shooter. That's what I thought the official called. The three-pointer was good, but we didn't foul the shooter. We actually fouled the person hitting the screen or setting the screen. So the three-pointer counts. It's not a 4-point play opportunity. They're going to get the basketball on the foul called on Russellville. We tried to run through a screen. They called us with that foul. The ball was in the air. They count the basket, and they get possession. Yeah, they were lined up for a free throw, and I said, wait a minute. I was thinking about it. I didn't want to say anything. I don't think we fouled the shooter, and that's what the official had called. Second team foul, first one on Kyra White, and not a great beginning for the Lady Cyclones, trailing 8-0 and giving up possession here. Hitting that three was Lakin Anderson. Number 32, was on this left side. She hit it from the top of the key. Russellville sinking back in a 2-3 zone and jumping up and almost getting a deflected steal was Garcia. They've got 2 seconds to shoot. They're just going to throw up a shot that was partially blocked. We got the rebound. They're going to let it play on. Good defense by the Lady Cyclones there. McKinley Walls at the top of the key. Here's Garcia, runner from the baseline, won't go. Fosness the rebound. Mtn Home pushing it up the floor once again. We have a foul called along the baseline. This is going to be number 2 on Kyra White and the third team foul. She was down there trying to defend on Jayla Yonkers. Russell will have to go to the bench here, and they're going to come in with Anaya Stashwick, a sophomore. And Kyra going to have to sit down with 2 fouls. Inbounds pass comes to Mitchell in the corner, guarded by Walls. Mitchell with that KT tape, the blue version there on her left shoulder. Not an injury, not like Yonkers, who has it on her left wrist, but she's a right-handed shooter, and she just knocked down a three from the top of the key. And the Lady Cyclones want to take a timeout. They'll take a 30-second timeout. We will too. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Lady Cyclones trailing 11-0. This is Lady Cyclone basketball.
You know how you tell yourself, my tires are probably fine, I'll deal with it later? That's exactly what Sheila thought. She was driving her 7-year-old SUV and everything seemed normal. Until one rainy day, she merged off the highway and the car started sliding. She hydroplaned, she hit 2 road signs, and she ended up in the ditch. And here's the frustrating part. New tires would have cost her $20 to get started. That's it. $20 could have changed everything about that day.
R&R Tire Express, where just $20 gets you started on a safe new set of tires today.
Welcome back. Coach Johnson calling a much-needed timeout. The Lady Cyclones trailing 11-0 with 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to play here in the first quarter.
Well, it's a good time for a timeout just to settle our team down, show them some plays, see if they can execute and score.
That's back-to-back threes by Anderson and Yonkers. The Lady Cyclones will miss an outside shot. It goes out of bounds, belonging to Mtn Home. And just sort of on your heels a little bit. You kind of been punched in the mouth, and you're like, okay, it's just, you're reeling. And that's kind of the way it feels like, to be honest with you, and trying to settle the team down, but really need a bucket in the worst way. You got to play some defense first. They're going to go inside to Fossis, double team. Misses the shot. The follow is good. Boy, she just powered that one up after getting the offensive rebound. 13-0. Lady Cyclones trailing. Stashwick on the right side looking for the cutter. That's Wall. She's outside the right side of the lane. Will miss the baseline jumper. Somebody's got a lid on our basket is what it feels like. Fosness all the way down. Mitchell's shot is blocked out of bounds. Good job trailing the play. I thought that was Chloe Gardner, but you might have had a better eye on who it was.
I thought it was Garcia.
Okay, Jasmine running the floor. Lizzie Harrison will check in, replacing Amaya Ely. Tay Chairs, a 5'6" senior, coming into the game for Mtn Home. Faking a three is Brooklyn Mitchell. In the corner, three-pointer. Doesn't get the bounce. Fosness inside, and she's going to draw a foul on the offensive rebound. And this is going to be on Anaya Stashwick. I tell you, we double-team her. She still gets the offensive rebound. There's a reason Harding University has signed her to play basketball next year.
Well, she's a good player, but I think the referees need to start looking at that lane because I've been watching it. She's been in there a little more than 3 seconds.
Second trip to the free throw line for Fosness, and missing that when she's 1 of 3. Maybe this is the weak part in her game. Lady Cyclones with 4 fouls called here in the first quarter. The next one will be automatic double bonus. 14-0 as Fosness hits the second. Back in the game is Human, number 22 for Mountain Home. Jasmine Garcia will launch a three. She'll take that when she has to. No good. On the rebound, Harrison had it, was blocked from behind. It's taken away by Garcia. There's a scramble for a loose ball, and Mountain Home is going to come away with it. Good job there by Chairs. She was able to toss it before being called for the travel because she was on the deck. Here's a long three try by Mitchell. Missed that one. Stashwick had the rebound. It was knocked out of bounds. It stays with the Lady Cyclones.
Yeah, Taster did a good job of getting in position to get that rebound.
You know, sometimes it's just the subtle things that's said, and I was sitting there watching Coach Johnson talk to the official, and one of the things she said was, how is it we've played almost the entire first quarter and they don't have a foul yet? So look for a foul coming, I bet you. There it is. No more said it, and there it is. McKinley Wall is going to draw that foul. Not saying that it's, skewed, but sometimes as an official, you're like, oh, yeah, they probably have committed a foul somewhere. And so, Matt, we need to get one called. And McKinley Wall is going to the free throw line to shoot 2. If you're listening to us on KCJC, we'll tell you that we're standing on a platform above the Lady Cyclone bench, above some stands there. If you're watching us on Cyclone Booth YouTube, welcome. Please click subscribe because it doesn't cost anything. It helps our numbers, but it also alerts you anytime we go live with any event, whether it be any kind of sports or even when we go live with RHS graduation. You'll be alerted on your device. Both free throws was hit by McKinley Wall, so Lady Cyclones getting their first points of the game, trailing 14-2. They're going to hit a three. Lakin Anderson's second three of the game. Well, they said they were ice cold Tuesday night against Harrison. I think they're making up for it here back at home in their conference opener. 17-2 the score. Mountain Home leading the Lady Cyclones. Harrison looking inside. Chloe Gardner, the fadeaway jumper. Rebound, Brooklyn Mitchell. We get a tied-up basketball. It'll belong to Russellville as Mountain Home got the initial jump ball. Kylie White, sophomore for number 4. Our sophomore for Russellville, number 4, will check in. I wanted to mention this as soon as Kylie got in the game. The other night I misspoke. I said her career high was 10 against Mountain View. She actually had 20 at West Memphis this year. That was a game we were in Rogers covering the boys. The girls were in West Memphis, and so I didn't want to shortchange her. Kylie White, career high 20, and she got that earlier this year. Harrison faking the shot from the right elbow, looking for the cutter, and that's as she gets it to Chloe Gardner. Chloe's going to be fouled, and this will be on Lakin Anderson, her first and the team's second. That'll reset the shot clock, so about a 2.5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock as we're getting ready to end the first quarter. Chloe Gardner will inbound it in the corner to K4, otherwise known as Kylie White. Cross-court pass to Garner. Garner sees an opening along the baseline, misses the kiss off the glass. Rebound hit the floor before picked up by White. Gets it out to Garner. She'll miss the corner three. Ball tipped around. Mountain Home has it. They don't have the numbers, but they want to force the action. Mitchell turns around from 15. The cutter is Fosness, and too hard off the backboard off the layup. Lady Cyclones get a break on the move with 10 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Garcia caught down low. She'll get it to Harrison. Backing her way in. Turn around from just inside the free throw line. That one misses. Fosness the rebound. And we've come to the end of the first quarter. with our score, Mountain Home 17, the Lady Cyclones 2. We'll take a break. This is Lady Cyclone basketball in River Country, KCJC.
Stella Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation provides skilled professional care in a compassionate, supportive, and comfortable atmosphere. Whether it's long-term care, a short-term respite, or 24-hour skilled nursing, Stella Manor offers compassionate, professional support in a comfortable, family-like setting. With a full therapy program, hospice partnerships, and director-led activities every day, your loved one receives care that goes beyond the basics. Call or visit today to see the difference compassion makes at Stella Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation. West Fraser is looking for skilled electricians to join their team in a role that's more than just a job. It's a career. If you've got experience with 3-phase power, 480-volt systems, and machine controls, West Fraser wants to hear from you. You'll work hands-on, solving real problems and growing with a team that promotes within. Solid day one benefits, competitive pay, and a culture that puts people first. Build your career with West Fraser. Apply today at westfraser.com/careers.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the second quarter. The Lady Cyclones trailing 17-2, and I know you kind of want to forget about that first quarter and try to move on. Lady Cyclones going to have to find some offense. The only scores were 2 free throws made by McKinley Walls. Russellville did not hit a field goal in that entire first quarter. Mountain Home led by Libby Faustus with 8 points. Lakin Anderson with a couple of threes, ended with 6. And Jaylee Yonkers with a 3. Faustus picking up where she left off. Missed the shot, rebound. We're going the other direction, as this foul is going to be called on, I believe, Mitchell. Yeah, Mitchell went in there and got that, but they're really crashing the boards. They figured they can exploit Russellville in that area. And so far they have. Lady Cyclones, though, get the call to go in their favor, trailing 17-2. Harrison at the free throw line will give it back to Gardner. Nice step through, missed the shot from the inside.
Just threw it too hard off the boards.
Yeah, off the glass, it's a little too strong. Yonkers pulls up and hits the 15-footer thanks to the bounce. She's got 5. 19-2. Lady Cyclones with it. Launch a 3 and it rattles home. This is Kylie White. And Russellville's first field goal. It happens with near the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. 19-5. Anderson gives it over right side, looking for the cutter as Rawls. Nobody home. She got it closely there by Kylie and almost threw it away. They're going to go inside to Faustus, backing her way in. Whistle foul called on Russellville. I think this is going to be on Harrison. We'll wait and see. Nope. It's going to be on Garcia. Her first and the team's first.
I think the people on YouTube can see where their post person is just camping inside that lane. And we need to make the officials aware that they need to watch this. She's a good player in there.
I was wondering if you were going to say something about that, because when she was sitting there in the middle waiting on the entry pass, I was thinking, I wonder if he's noticing how long she's been in there. This time Faustus hits both free throws, something she has not done on her first 2 trips. 21-5. Mountain Home with the lead. It's Hawaiian night here, so the student section wearing their Hawaii gear, but even the head coaches for both teams for Mountain Home wearing Hawaiian shirts. 21-5. Lady Cyclones trailing. Cutting the basket is Garcia down the right side of the lane and missed the shot. It was contested there by Brooklyn Mitchell. And she has it and almost mishandled it. In the front court, Lauren Rawls. 2-sport athlete, plays soccer and volleyball. I say 3-sport athlete, plays soccer too. Soccer, volleyball, and basketball. We have a whistle and a foul, and this is going to be on Russellville.
Yes.
That's somebody we cannot get in foul trouble. This is on Jasmine. That's her second and the team's second. .6:05 left to play here in the first half. Lady Cyclones trailing 21-5. Anderson at the top. They're going to lob it inside underneath for Mitchell, and another foul called on Russellville. This will be a shooting foul, and that'll be on Lizzie Harrison. I heard him say White 10. That's her second. So Garcia, Harrison, and Kyra White, each with 2 fouls for the Lady Cyclones. Brooklyn Mitchell at the free throw line, the 5'10 senior. She's the one that's going to play at Ouachita Baptist next year.
You know, right now, the Lady Bombers are not hurting us at the free throws, even though they've made some, but the fouls we're accumulating is what's going to hurt us.
Mitchell makes 1 of 2. And for Mountain Home, they lead it 22-5. Garner looking inside for Amai Ely. Tried to give and go. The pass was knocked away. Pass just a little bit behind there. Brooklyn Mitchell has it. One-handed pass into the corner. Open is Anderson, missing the 3. Ely the rebound for the Lady Cyclones. Russellville on the move a little bit. Looked like we wanted to attack before Mountain Home could set up their defense, but they'll back it back out now. Chloe Gardner at the top of the key. Crossover dribble looking inside. Tried to go to Ely. Stepping into the passing lane was Fosness. She'll throw it down the floor. It's a 2-on-2. Yonkers stop and go. Nice little move to get an open look. Hit the layup, and Russellville wants to take a timeout. Lady Cyclones trailing here 24-5. We'll take a break. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on KCJC.
Johnny Story along for River Valley Furniture, still south of high prices. Have you been by the Ashley Home Store? You know, a lot of folks think that Ashley is owned by a corporation, but that's not the case. River Valley Furniture owns and operates the Ashley Home Store. So Doug, Leon, Hunter, and all the staff invite you to come visit. Consider this your personal invitation to visit River Valley Furniture's Ashley Home Store, just off the ConAgra exit of Interstate 40, Highway 331.
When you're playing one of the best teams in the conference, it's not really a good time to have a cold shooting night, but that's what it's been for the Lady Cyclones. They've made 1 field goal so far in this game. It was a 3-pointer by Kylie White. They made 2 free throws in the first quarter. That was all they hit in the first quarter, and they trail it 24-5 with under 5 minutes to go in the first half. This feels like the boys' game against Alma, where no matter what we did, they were just lighting it up, and we were cold at times. Feels like that here for this girls' game. The Lady Cyclones using their second timeout. Ely with it on the baseline, finding the cutter there. Missing the shot is Chloe Garner. A little bit of push in the back, but no call. In transition, Mountain Home faking the 3 is Anderson going inside. Left-handed shot put up and in. There by Deanna Human. Well, Mountain Home just doing what they want right now.
Well, they've got the Lady Cyclones back on their heels.
Player fell down. That was Brooklyn Mitchell. Russellville, a brief 5-on-4. Could not take advantage of it. Kylie White will attack baseline. Needs some help on the right block. Kicks it out. Gardner, a 3-pointer from the top of the key. Chloe Gardner hits the 3. It's the Lady Cyclones' second field goal of the game. And long pass down the floor, intercepted by Garcia. Jasmine will stop at the free throw line. Her drive and miss the shot there. Human the rebound, whistle, and a tied up basketball. It'll belong to Russellville.
Yeah, good defense by the Lady Cyclones on that series.
Chloe Gardner hitting the 3 that last trip down. She leads the team and made 3-pointers. Russellville's hit 71 on the season. That counts the 2 tonight. McKinley Walls in the corner. Will pass on the 3 this time. Stops on the drive. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Chloe Gardner will hit another 3. Her second one in as many trips. Lady Cyclones down 26-11. That's 26 made 3s for Chloe on the season. She's now 6 ahead of McKinley Walls. Yonkers passes on the 3. Kind of thought about it again. Will give it off to Anderson, who will airball it. And Lady Cyclones, go look now. They've hit a couple 3s, and they're causing a couple turnovers here. Haley will check out, and for her, Staswick.
Well, Gardner's got the hot hand right now, and any way we can, we need to get her free so she can shoot again.
It's like that old NBA Jam game. When somebody's on fire, just keep feeding it to them. Walls in the corner. Kylie White, she'll launch the 3. Missed that one with the rebound. Fosness who blocked out Staswick. Here come the Lady Bombers, a 2-on-1. Bounce pass down low to Anderson. And she got her first made 2 of the game. She's got 8 points. 28-11 our score. Mountain Home with the lead. Russellville will answer with a 3-pointer by Kylie White. Nothing but net. Her second made 3 of the quarter. We've got 4 threes here in this quarter, and Mountain Home can't answer. Rimmed out on the 3-pointer. The follow, though, there by Fosness on the offensive rebound. She has 12. Lady Cyclones trailing 30-14. Jab step there by Gardner. Sees the double team. Open with Staswick, but then it was knocked away from behind by Brooklyn Mitchell. 2-on-2. Anderson tried the wraparound bounce pass. Didn't see that Garcia had it. Long pass down the floor from Garcia to Chloe Gardner. She's blocked from behind. Here comes Mountain Home. Quickly down the floor. Passing on the 3 is Mitchell. Got her own rebound and got it to Fosness, who put it up and in. Russellville likes this pace, but Mountain Home playing right up to it. They lead at 32-14. Fosness now with 14 points here in the first half. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Chloe Gardner from inside the lane. Nice little dribble around. That's our first made 2-pointer of the game. Lady Cyclones trail 32-16.
That was a good play by Garner to get open, and she was clear in that lane. Good job by
Anderson will launch the 3. He missed that one. Backside rebound, McKinley Walls. Shot clock is off. Walls up the floor for Russellville. She'll slow it down at the top. Staswick way out up top. Not really a threat to shoot it from there. They back off of her. Chloe Gardner, they're not going to back off on her. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Here's Jasmine Garcia from 15, left side. Jasmine's first points of the game, and we've come to the end of the first half. The Lady Cyclones trail, but they've made a pretty good comeback if you think about it. Down 17-2 at the end of the first quarter. They trail by 14 here, 32-18 at the half. We'll take a break. This is Lady Cyclone basketball in River Country, KCJC.
If you find water leaking from your ceiling, it's important that you take immediate action to avoid further damage to your home. Leaky roofs never fix themselves or get better on their own, so even if the leak isn't that bad yet, you should get it fixed now. Call Miller Roofing Company. They've been serving the River Valley since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. So before that leak gets worse, call Miller Roofing Company, 890-3499 to set up an inspection.
The Russellville School District is seeking bus drivers. Route drivers start at $30.38 per hour. Substitute drivers make $30.38 per hour on routes. RSD is also looking for trip and shuttle drivers, earning $15.45 per hour for the duration of the event, and bus monitors for $15 per hour. Drivers and monitors can receive teacher retirement, and drivers are eligible for insurance. RSD is a registered training site if you don't have your CDL. Apply online at the russellvilleschools.net transportation page.
Since 1971, Sorrell's Body Shop's top priority has been customer satisfaction. The folks at Sorrell's get the job done right by providing their customers state-of-the-art equipment and highly skilled professional service technicians. The mission at Sorrell's is to deliver the most professional, ethical, highest quality service while giving back to their community every day. Sorrell's Body Shop, proudly supporting the Russellville school system. Go Cyclones.
Basketball season is finally here, and QC Training in Russellville is where players go to rise above the competition. Coach Quentin builds stronger, quicker, more explosive athletes with focused strength work, sharp footwork training, and the discipline every great player needs. If you're serious about making the roster, getting more court time, or becoming the player coaches can't ignore, this is your gym. Visit QCTrainingFitness.com or find QC Training LLC on Facebook to sign up. Spots fill fast. Lock in your future today.
Here we are at halftime in Mountain Home. The Lady Cyclones 16, Lady Bombers are 32. We had a good second quarter. We scored 14 points, only 2 in that first quarter. The Lady Bombers, they total in the first half was 3 of 9 from the three-point line, 5 of 8 from the charity stripe, and they had 4 turnovers. Whereas the Lady Cyclones, we did real well shooting the three-pointer. We were 4 of 7 and 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. What's hurting us, though, is they've got the post person there that's coming in there, and you'd asked me, Mickey, if I noticed her in there. Yeah, I noticed her for about 7 or 8 seconds at different times staying in there. I think the fans from Russellville that are here, I heard one of them yelling 3 seconds, 3 seconds. So maybe we'll be able to make the officials look and be aware that she's just going in there and she's actually posting in that lane. But a good second quarter for our Lady Cyclones.
Levi Faustness is the girl you're talking about. She ended that first half with 14 points, leading the way for Mtn Home. 8 points for Lakin Anderson, 7 for Jayla Yonkers, 2 points for Deanna Human, and 1 point for Brooklyn Mitchell. For the Lady Cyclones in that first half, they were led by Chloe Gardner with 8 points, a couple of made threes, 6 points for Kylie White, 2 points for McKinley Walls, and 2 for Jasmine Garcia. Jasmine averaging just under 14 a game, but just 2 points. They really did a good job on her, but to be honest with you, we got some open shots. The shots just would not fall. We didn't miss badly. Shots were bouncing around, and we just could not hit them in that first half. Lady Cyclones trailing here 32-18 at halftime. We'll take a break. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on River Country KCJC.
Running a business, a household, or just everyday life can be hectic. The last thing you want to have to think about is banking. At First State Bank, we focus on providing you the financial tools and exceptional service you need so you can focus on what really matters. Whether it's managing your business from the sidelines or making life run a little smoother with convenient and flexible financial solutions, we've got your back. Give back to business and life. We'll take care of the rest. First State Bank.
Johnny Storian with a thought from Alathus Realty. With years of experience, knowledge, and a network of relationships, they ensure you'll get the most for your house. So when it comes time to put that property on the market or begin looking for that next dream home you have, don't delay. Call Brent Preddy and the professionals at Alathus Realty Russellville, 968-5668, or check them out, russellvilleliving.com.
Focus days are back at Arkansas Tech University. This is your chance to be an ATU student for the day and experience student life firsthand. Plus, you'll be among the very first to enjoy an exclusive behind-the-scenes preview of our brand new Ferguson Student Union before it opens. And we're giving away a $1,000 scholarship. Experience what it's like to be a student in the College of STEM on January 30th. Visit atu.edu/focus days to register for free.
Are you working hard to feed your family on a budget? Visit Chicken Mart to get all your Crispitos, pizza sticks, restaurant quality chicken nuggets, strips, wings, and fries all in one stop, and lots of opportunity purchases that are so good they may never come back. Check out Chicken Mart in 2 convenient locations before you go grocery shopping and see what they have for your family. Chicken Mart's been serving the River Valley since 1983 and still going strong. Visit 1808 South Arkansas Avenue or 106 Weir Road in Russellville. Chicken Mart, your chicken and more store.
Welcome back to Lady Cyclones trailing here at the half, 32-18. We'll tell you that Tuesday will be on the air a little bit before 6 o'clock as both the Cyclones and Lady Cyclones will be at Van Buren. And then a week from tonight, look, we'll have the game for you a week from tonight as we are hosting Siloam Springs. But if you're in the Russellville area, we would really like it if you would come out to the arena and make it as loud as possible. We go these places here, and I don't know if it's translating much on YouTube or on the radio, but it's loud here, and that's we'd like for it to be loud when other teams come to the arena and make it a very tough place to play. But your next chance to see them will be a week from tonight as our teams will be hosting Siloam Springs. Again, 16 conference games, 1 down. This is game 2 right now. We'll have senior boys to follow coming up about 7:30, but about 10-15 minutes after this game. We're going to take a second, a final break, and then come back with the second half for you. Mtn Home Lady Bombers are back out on the floor. The Lady Cyclones still in the locker room trailing here. They've got the lead to 14, but trail 32-18. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on River Country KCJC.
At Union Bank, we're more than a place to keep your money. We're your friends and neighbors. Sure, we've got checking and savings and digital banking with all the bells and whistles. So what really sets us apart? We know your name, not just an account number. And we're focused on serving you and our community because just like you, we call this home too. We invite you to discover the Union Way, where relationships matter. Visit us online at gounion.bank. Union Bank, member FDIC.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Back at the Farmers Co-op, and Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, whenever we're thinking about the Farmers Co-op, it's that variety that people love and the great selection that they'll find at their local co-op, East Main, Russellville, also in Danville.
That's true. We have all the items for the farm and ranch, but we also have lawn and garden, pet supplies, just a very wide variety of products.
The Farmers Co-op in Russellville, exit 84 off Interstate 40, East Main, Russellville, also in Danville.
The folks at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air want to take a moment to not only thank you for your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you've put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. And customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you from Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
Back here at the hangar in Mountain Home, the Lady Cyclones trailing 32-18. For about an hour and a half, we get to hate Mountain Home Lady Bombers and everything that they are, but it's really hard to hate the girls basketball coach, Dale Leonard. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and he got his 400th victory a couple years ago against Greenwood. What a time to do it, too, against Greenwood in girls basketball. Heading into this game, he's got 444 wins, and he's made 10 Final Fours. It's the 30th year as head coach. He's won a state championship, but not in basketball. He's actually won 2 in softball in 2008 and 2010. Got to visit with him a little bit before the game, and he said he's helping out again with softball, and he said it's about to kill him doing all the different sports that he's doing. He goes, I just want to do basketball because it's become a year-round sport, and it really has, and has over the last few years. About 10 seconds away to start the second half. Lady Cyclones will start the half with the basketball, shooting down near their bench and also into the student section. As we said, it's Hawaiian night here at the hangar in Mountain Home. Jasmine Garcia, who has held to 2 points, will start at the top, setting a screen for Chloe Garner. The Lady Cyclones threw it away. McKinley Walls, Kyra White, and Lizzie Harrison on the floor to start the second half for the Lady Cyclones. Inside to Fosness. Her shot partially blocked there by Harrison. She's going to pick up a foul, I believe. That'll be her third, and the first team foul called on Russellville.
Harrison's standing there with her arms straight up, and she's kind of looking a little confused, like, how did I foul her?
Fosness going to the free throw line for the 4th time tonight. She is 4 of 6 and improves on that with this made free throw. Mountain Home swept Russellville last year in the 2 conference meetings. Before that, Russellville had won the previous 4 in a row. Second one is good. I go back to a few years ago when there was a ULR coach here to watch a Mountain Home Lady Bomber, and that was the night that girl had to guard Brenna Burke, and she absolutely went off. I think ended up scoring almost 30 points and drew some attention. And now Brenna Burke playing for ULR had 21 points the other night in a victory for the Lady Trojans. Lady Cyclones could not convert, missing a 15-footer. Garcia couldn't get the second chance, missing the rebound, and Mountain Home going to throw it off a Lady Cyclone out of bounds. Well, sometimes here it's so hard to judge the audio even because it's so loud here at this gym. Just the ears are constantly ringing. You know, if it was a good crowd, if it stops raining by Sunday afternoon after a couple of days, and it was a pretty good crowd here at the hangar. Faking a three as Mitchell should drive inside, and another foul called on Russellville, and this is going to be number 4 on Lizzie, and she's going to have to sit for a while. And looking at Coach Johnson, and she knows she has not made a move yet. Okay, there we go. Ely's going to check in for Lizzie. The first free throw by Mitchell is good. She's the one going to OBU. She hits the second one. Lady Cyclone's done a pretty good job on her. She's only has 3 points and off from the free throw line, 3 of 4 from the line. Ely playing some inside-outside action there with Chloe Gardner. Chloe Gardner on the left side. In the corner. Amaya Ely for 3. How about that?
Well, that's great. Is that her first one this year?
That's her first one this year. That's right. 36-21. Lady Cyclones trailing by 15. I have to ask Talia about that. I wonder how many threes Talia hit when she was here. Fosness inside around 2 defenders. Stepped around and getting the rebound off the missed shot was Jasmine Garcia. Jasmine in transition will take it all the way to draw some contact there, and it'll be a foul called on Mountain Home. You know, I mentioned that Dylan Conley, the media guy here at Mountain Home, he's the voice of the Henderson State Reddies. I watched one of his games the other night mainly just so I could see Talia Ely. She's playing for UAM. She's getting some minutes. Remember, her senior year, she tore her ACL. Was not able to play in the state tournament. So good to see her back after a year off recuperating. Lady Cyclones throwing the basketball away on this possession. Under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter, trailing 36-21. Backdoor cut there by Mitchell. Missed the shot, whistle, and a blocking foul. Boy, that was a late call, and the official underneath is not the one who called it. I mean, they had the rebound, and the call was on the previous play. As officials, sometimes that will aggravate you if another official calls out of his zone. That foul going on Ely. The free throw was good by Mitchell. She's having to only score from the free throw line because can't get any of her shots to fall. She hits them both. She's hit 5 in a row after missing her first one. 38-21, Mountain Home with the lead. Both White sisters are on the floor for Russellville. Chloe Gardner will attack in the lane, steps out of the lane, shoots the shot from the right side, grazes the iron on the miss. Mountain Home with a basketball. Well, we just really struggling to score tonight. Right side, Rawls. They're inviting her to shoot the 3, but she won't. Yonkers, she'll take it and hit. Jayla Yonkers has 10. That's her second made 3 of the game. Russellville trailed by 14 at the half. They trailed by 20 here. It's the largest deficit of the game for Russellville. Draw some contact did Kyra White. Couldn't get the call there. They did a good job of standing straight up. In the corner, 3-pointer will be missed by Anderson. Fosness had it, lost it out of bounds.
Boy, it really looked like we got fouled underneath this basket because I go back to the way Harrison stood straight up, and they called one on her.
I think Coach Johnson was talking to the official about that very thing before the ball was inbounded here on the turnaround jumper. Missed there underneath with Ely with the rebound. Follow won't go. Tipped around. Garcia comes up with it underneath. She'll miss from inside. Rips away the rebound. Kicks it out. Chloe Gardner will hit the 3. And we got to celebrate the 3 and all that. But Garcia on that last rebound yelled out. And she's frustrated because she hit the, shot the shot, hit it in the box. It just would not go. And she just frustrated, like, this ball's got to go down in the hoop. Kicked it out, and Gardner put it up and in from 3. Underneath, this is Mitchell who missed the shot. Got her own rebound. Whistle foul called on Russellville. It'll be 2 shots for Brooklyn Mitchell, and this is going to be on Jasmine Garcia, her third.
I really wonder why these outside officials are calling fouls underneath the basket.
Go ahead.
And the official underneath, right there on the play, is not blowing his whistle.
Lily Akavi, 5'10 junior, the first junior they have playing, is actually checking in the game. Brooklyn Mitchell hitting both free throws. She's now hit 7 in a row. Well, I was going to say that last made 3 by Gardner. She's hit 3 threes in this game at 27 on the season. They tried to go a back door there. It's tipped away. Ely gets it back. Whistle foul. This will be on Mtn Home. I think it's on Lauren Rawls. That's her first on the 5'5 senior. The Lady Cyclones win bounded along the right baseline. 43-24. Lady Cyclones trailing. Inbounds pass comes in the corner. Missed the three-pointer by Kylie White. Rebound Yonkers, double team. Throws it, almost threw it away, but it's chased down by Anderson in the front court. Feeds it underneath the Mitchell. Missed the shot. Might have been partially blocked there by Kylie White. Rebound. There's still a scramble for it. And coming up with it is Jasmine Garcia. I don't know if that was an interception or a rebound, but Russellville a 2-on-1. Garcia will stop and hit from 5. They did not stop penetration there. She just kept getting it as deep as possible in that lane. Said, hey, I'll just kiss this one off the glass.
And she did. Very soft touch on that shot.
43-26, the Lady Cyclones trailing. That's 4 points now for Jasmine. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. At the top of the key is Lakin Anderson. She'll hand it off to Yonkers. Looking inside, not there. In the corner now to Rawls with 8 seconds on the shot clock. They'll hand it off. Yonkers, top of the key, three-pointer hits. Boy, not bad defense. She just backed up.
Yeah, that was good defense by the Lady Cyclones.
She's backed up and hit the long three. It's back to a 20-point advantage for the Lady Bombers. Garner drives, bounce pass along the baseline is intercepted by Rawls. Down the floor to Anderson coming in. Layup too hard off the backboard. Gets her own rebound. Shot swatted away by White out of bounds. Coach Dale Leonard will check in with a couple players. Addison McCarn, a 5'7 sophomore for the first time. And now he says, hey, I want a timeout. So they'll give it to him. 2:06 left to play here in the third quarter. Lady Cyclones trailing 46-26. We'll take a break. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on River Country, KCJC.
Are you looking for a new career? Since 1982, Arkansas Beauty College has provided well-rounded education for your future success, allowing you to be your own boss, just like Sharon Callahan, who owns HairTech Studios.
My educators, I had 2 of them, were very inspiring, and everybody helped me out and helped me through it, and they always encouraged us all to do our very best. By the time I got out of beauty school, I thought I could apply for a job anywhere in this town.
.206 left to play here in the third quarter. Going over some stats here. It seems like that I was sitting there thinking, has Mtn Home even hit a field goal here in this third quarter? They have, but it seems like forever since they hit it. They have a couple threes by Yonkers, or that last one. Had they hit one before that is what I mean. She had hit one, but everything else has been from the free throw line. Mitchell and Faustness hitting free throws. That's where all their points have come here in the third quarter. They lead at 46-26. Mtn Home inbounding it to Yonkers on the right side. Gets a cross-court pass over. Left side, this is Addison McCarn. Thought about the three. Will pass on that. Ball knocked away, and here's a steal by Ely for Russellville. Garner in the corner. Step back three-pointer. That one misses. Faustness, good block out there. Long pass down the floor. McCarn, the sophomore, she kind of angled towards the three-point line. She could have gone in. Might have had a chance at a layup. She'll shoot the three anyway. Missed that one. Faustness underneath. Got position there, and she puts it up and in. She's got 17. A three-pointer there by Chloe Gardner, her fourth three of the game.
Right now they're having a hard time stopping Garner from shooting at three.
They're trying to answer. Does not go. Rebound amongst two Lady Cyclones. They get the rebound. Corner three hits there by Addison McCarn. 51-29. Lady Cyclones trailing here as they're in the final minute of the third quarter. Chloe Gardner trying to get open. Gonna launch a three here by Jasmine Garcia. Doesn't shoot too many. I think that's her second attempted tonight. First one that she hit. 51-31 Lady Cyclones trailing. That's just her eighth made three of the season. That's just not that she can't do it. That's just not her game. But she can do it if you leave her open.
Well, she kept looking for somebody to break to the basket. No one could because of the defense, so she just took the shot.
Lady Cyclone fell down. Yonkers passes on the three in the corner to Rawls. She'll hit the three from the corner. Her first made field goal of the game. And we've come to the end of the third quarter. Lady Cyclones trailing by a score of 54-31 after three. We'll take a break. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on River Country, KCJC.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
Here at Autoplex, we want your car. We're giving cash on the spot, no trade necessary. Right now, we are buying local and giving more money than ever for local trades. Plus, while you're here, check out the 0% financing on 2025 GMC Sierra, or 2.99% for up to 72 months on 2025 Chevrolet Silverado. Here at Autoplex, we want your vehicle and we're willing to pay for it. Bring us your car today and leave with cash in hand. Come see us today at Phil Wright Autoplex, Russellville.
KCJC, Dardanelle, Russellville. Ladies and gentlemen, this is River Country. KCJC.
Welcome back as we start the fourth quarter. The Lady Cyclones trailing 54-31. Mountain Home with the basketball to start the final quarter. They're going to go backdoor cut there by Mitchell. Missed the shot. Out of bounds. Last touch by Russellville. Mitchell doing a good job for them. She's got 7 points, but all from the free throw line. She's 7 of 8 from the line. Leading the way for the Lady Cyclones is Chloe Gardner with 14 points. She has 4 threes in the game. 7 points for Jasmine Garcia, 6 for Kylie White, 3 for Maya Ely, and 2 points for McKinley Walls. Garcia stepping in to get the interception off the inbounds pass. Back the other direction, Gardner had her shot blocked out of bounds. Russellville inbounded along the baseline. Looking inside, Paul intercepted by Fosness, going all the way, and she'll hit the layup. Fosness has 19. She's a pretty good player. She can play inside, get rebounds, and run the floor just like that. She's been a matchup issue for Russellville all night. Remember, they had Lizzie Harrison in foul trouble on the bench with 4 fouls. Gardner will drive inside, shoot it over Fosness, and get it to rattle home.
Well, that's a great
points.
drive. Touched it off the rim, bounced a couple of times, and went in. That was a good drive.
Under 7 minutes to go. And we have boys action coming up after this. Yonkers will look inside for Fosness. Puts it up and in. Lady Cyclones trailing 58-34. White looking for the backdoor cut. Wasn't there, but chased down there by Garcia. Pulls up from 10. We'll miss that one. Miscommunication there, but it almost ended up in a good spot for Russellville before they missed the shot from the inside. McCarn had nowhere to go on her drive. They'll throw it back out. Tay Chairs will miss a three-pointer. Backside rebound by Addison McCarn, the sophomore. A long two, knocked down by Jayla Yonkers. Inside the three-point line, and Russellville wants to take a timeout. 5:51 left to play here in the ball game. The Lady Cyclones trailing 60-34. This is Lady Cyclone basketball.
You know how you tell yourself, my tires are probably fine, I'll deal with it later? That's exactly what Sheila thought. She was driving her 7-year-old SUV and everything seemed normal until one rainy day she merged off the highway and the car started sliding. She hydroplaned, she hit 2 road signs, and she ended up in the ditch. And here's the frustrating part. New tires would have cost her $20 to get started. That's it. $20 could have changed everything about that day.
R&R Tire Express, where just $20 gets you started on a safe new set of tires today.
Welcome back. The Lady Cyclones trailing 60-34. Looks like it's going to be career victory 445 for Dale Leonard, who's, again, been here for 30 years. His assistant coach is actually the athletic director here, Mitch Husky, who used to be the head coach for the boys' side. We remember when he was head coach of the boys, and he would be coming to the Cyclone Classic. It was back in the old Cyclone gymnasium, and had some battles with Joe Sikowski, who was the head coach of the Cyclone boys at the time. Coach Husky agreed to come out of retirement, so to speak, when his daughter was playing for the Lady Bombers here. Bombers, one of 3 schools that have bid on the state tournament this year. That's supposed to be announced here in about a week and a half. Lady Cyclones missing a 3 coming out of the timeout, but getting the offensive rebound. McKinley Walls with it. Little crossover dribble. Can't shake her defender. Chairs. She'll get it back to Gardner. Plenty of time. 21 seconds on the shot clock. A drive by Jasmine Garcia goes down and back out. Whistle foul. This one's going to be on Russellville. Chloe Gardner picks up her first personal foul. She's leading the way for Russellville with 16 points. First foul called on either team here in the final quarter of play. Russellville going to pressure a little bit. Backcourt trailing 60-34. Russellville almost got a steal as that one knocked out of bounds. Mtn Home 11-5 on the season, 1-0 in conference play. Played a really tough non-conference schedule. We told you they played Harbor and Conway and Vilonia and Missouri West Plains. And they beat Harrison by 10 on Tuesday night. A steal by Jasmine Garcia for the Lady Cyclones. Under 5 minutes to go, going to take it all the way and draw the foul. Jasmine going to the free throw line for the first time tonight. This will be on Brooklyn Mitchell, her second. And Jasmine, 61% free throw shooter on the season. And I believe this is our first free throw since the first quarter.
That's right. This is our third. That was our third free throw for the game.
Yeah. Russellville got 2 points. That's all they got in the first quarter. It was 2 made free throws by McKinley Walls. Jasmine will hit both of these. 60-36. Just sometimes it's not your night. That's kind of the way it's been tonight for Russellville. Whistle foul called on the Lady Cyclones. 2 officials blew their whistle. I think they had the same call. This one's going to be on number 15, Kyra White. That'd be her third. And Brooklyn Mitchell, who has made a living at the free throw line tonight. She has 7 of 8, and that's all the points she scored. And she's hit 7, maybe 8 in a row now after missing her first one. Stasic will check in for Kyra. And hits them both. Walls near the corner on the far side, guarded by Lakin Anderson. Nothing doing on the drive. Kick it back out. Staswick, who got a start Tuesday night, home against Alma, finds Garcia, who hit a three. Yeah, say that that's not really something she does much of, but she's hit 2 in this game.
Yeah, she's wanting to go inside for a drive and just couldn't do it. She just backs up and makes a three.
Jasmine now in double figures with 12 points after that made three, 62-39. Yeah, foul's going to be on Garcia. Coach Johnson is upset. She's saying that they were hooking on the drive and a push-off. That's what she is talking to the official about. Inbounds pass comes to the top. Missed three there by Anderson. Rebound, Chloe Gardner. Chloe doing a good job of keeping your dribble. No reason to pick it up unless you know you're about to shoot or pass. Reach-in fouls is going to be called on Faustness. That's her first on the 6-foot senior. Second team foul. Lady Cyclones inbound along the baseline. Lauren Rawls will check in for Mountain Home, replacing Addison McCarn. They'll make the switch now defensively. And that may spring McKinley Walls a little bit, but Staswick's going to take it all the way on the drive. Anaya Staswick. Nice shot.
It was very soft off the backboard.
Her first 2 points of the game. Lady Cyclones trailing 62-41. Another foul. It's tough to get in the flow here in the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, we've starting to collect the fouls, and they just called a foul on Jasmine Garcia, and she's fouled out of the basketball game.
Yeah.
Jasmine fouls out with 12 points, leading the team in scoring on the season, but not tonight. She'll lead with 12. Chloe Gardner has 16. Looking inside for Faustness. Shot blocked there from behind by Ely. And the rebound looked like it was going to be an offensive rebound, but Chloe Gardner would have none of it. McKinley Walls for three, hits. That's McKinley's first field goal of the game. She's got 5, 62-44. Lady Cyclones will not quit. Under 3 minutes to go, you're down by 20. They're going to hit the three. They trail by 18. Chairs will step inside and miss the 18-footer. Faustness the rebound for the Lady Bombers. Inside, shoots it straight up. It comes straight back down, out of bounds. Last touch by Russellville, they say. And Jaylee Yonker is going to check back in for Mountain Home. They'll inbound it on the baseline. That last shot did not hit iron, so they did not reset the shot clock. It's at 27 right now. Right side three-pointer hits. Brooklyn Mitchell's first field goal of the game. Her first field goal, but she's got 12. Because everything else has been from the free throw line. 65-44. Mountain Home with the lead. Here's a drive. And McKinley Walls was fouled. I don't know if she meant to do this, but she threw it up there, which means she's going to get 2 free throws. Lauren Walls picks up her second, and McKinley Walls will shoot 2 free throws. It's that one. 60% on the season. She'll be helped by tonight because she's 3 of 3 there with that made shot. Yeah, that one's my fault. I said 3 of 3, and then she missed that one. 65-45. McKinley, though, with 6 points on the night. Mitchell gives it over to Yonkers. Running some time off the clock. Under 2 minutes to go. 16 seconds on the shot clock for Mountain Home. They lead it by 20. Has deflected out and going to go in the backcourt. It was deflected by Russellville. They have it in the backcourt. Mountain Home does, but there's 6 seconds on the shot clock. Mitchell Pulls up from the right elbow with 2 seconds to shoot. She didn't realize it. Yonkers does. She'll catch and shoot and miss the three. It didn't hit the rim, so they have to blow it dead. It hit the backboard, but not the rim.
Does Mountain Home still have their starters in?
I believe so.
They do, don't they? Huh.
Staswick will hand it off to White. It goes off her leg to McKinley Walls. He'll miss the three. Rebound Fosness. She'll have it in the backcourt. Pass ahead, a 2-on-1. Going inside there to Anderson, who puts it up and in. Anderson's got 10, and Coach Leonard must have heard you because he just called a timeout just to sub in and out.
Well, minute 6 to go.
30-second timeout. He really just wanted to get in the subs, but they're going to say Russellville wants to take it, or I don't know who wants to take it. Somebody wants to take it, so we'll take a break too. 1:06 left to play here in the ballgame. Lady Cyclones trailing 67-45. This is Lady Cyclone basketball.
Stella Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation provides skilled professional care in a compassionate, supportive, and comfortable atmosphere. Whether it's long-term care, a short-term respite, or 24-hour skilled nursing, Stella Manor offers compassionate, professional support in a comfortable, family-like setting. With a full therapy program, hospice partnerships, and director-led activities every day, your loved one receives care that goes beyond the basics. Call or visit today to see the difference compassion makes at Stella Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation.
Welcome back. 1:06 left to play in the game. The Lady Cyclones trailing 67-45. After that timeout, Bianca Silva, number 11, checks in for Russellville during that timeout, as does number 20, Taylor Cole, sophomore. She has it on the right block. Lost the handle on it. Mountain Home coming up with it. 47 seconds left to go. The Lady Cyclones are going to fall to 0-2 in the conference. Traveling a double dribble. One of the two is going to be called. You can call either one of them there on Mountain Home. Russellville will have it with 41.5 left to go, trailing 67-45. This is Silva. Gets it quickly with a quick shot inside there to Anaya Staswick. They said Garner. That was Staswick that got that. She's got 4.
She shot that very quickly. Didn't even put it on the floor.
Yeah, she want to make sure it didn't get blocked. This may be her high. I don't know if she's had more than 2 points in the game. She got 4 tonight. 67-47. Mountain Home does not have to shoot it. The shot clock is turned off. Russellville double teamed and almost gotten a steal there. They're just going to hold the basketball. And Lady Cyclone's going to lose this one by a score of 67-47 here at Mountain Home. We'll take a break, come back to the post-game show, and then get ready for senior boys. This is Lady Cyclone basketball.
West Fraser is looking for skilled electricians to join their team in a role that's more than just a job. It's a career. If you've got experience with 3-phase power, 480-volt systems, and machine controls, West Fraser wants to hear from you. You'll work hands-on, solving real problems and growing with a team that promotes within. Solid day one benefits, competitive pay, and a culture that puts people first. Build your career with West Fraser. Apply today at westfraser.com/careers.
There's just something nice about having a friend in the business. Johnny Story in to visit with you about River Valley Furniture, Russellville. There's a good reason why River Valley Furniture has been in business more than 3 decades. More than likely, you, your mom and dad, or your grandparents have purchased furniture from River Valley Furniture, and now you have that same opportunity to check out their new Ashley Home Store, Highway 331. River Valley Furniture, south of high prices. If you find water leaking from your ceiling, it's important that you take immediate action to avoid further damage to your home. Leaky roofs never fix themselves or get better on their own, so even if the leak isn't that bad yet, you should get it fixed now. Call Miller Roofing Company. They've been serving the River Valley since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. So before that leak gets worse, call Miller Roofing Company, 890-3499 to set up an inspection.
Lady Cyclones lose it here by a score of 67-47. Your thoughts on the game?
Well, actually, the Lady Cyclones shot better from the threes. We were 10 of 17 for the game. Did a great job. 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. Our problem was we just couldn't defense on the inside. That their post person was scoring too much on the inside. We had 13 turnovers. It's just hard to get into our game with that going on. But excellent shooting by the Lady Cyclones. The Lady Bombers were 6 of 10. They shot, that's from the three-point line, they shot 18 free throws, made 15 of them. They had a total of 9 turnovers created by the Lady Cyclones. Some parts of this game was very good. Again, our shooting, creating turnovers, but we just couldn't tighten up our defense on the inside to stop the Lady Bombers.
The Lady Cyclones lose it here by a score of 67-47. We'll go through the scoring totals for you. First for Mountain Home, they had 4 players in double figures, 21 points for Levi Fosness, 15 for Jaylee Yonkers, 12 for Brooklyn Mitchell, 10 for Lakin Anderson. 3 points each for Lauren Rawls and Addison McCarn, and 2 for Deanna Heumann. For the Lady Cyclones, they were led by Chloe Gardner with 16 points, 12 points for Jasmine Garcia, who did foul out of the basketball game, 6 points each for Kylie White and McKinley Walls, 4 points for Anaya Stashwick, and 3 points for Amaya Ely. Lady Cyclones fall to 7-9 overall, 0-2 in conference play. Mountain Home improves to 2-0 in conference play and 12-5 overall. Lady Cyclones will travel to Van Buren on Tuesday as they'll have the first game. It'll be a 6 o'clock tip-off there at Claire Bates Arena, and then back at home a week from tonight as they host Siloam Springs. Now it's time to turn our attention to the senior boys. Russellville, just like the Lady Cyclones, hoping to get up the schneid after losing a Tuesday night to Alma in a game that you can say Alma just totally dominated. You can say all that, and I understand that. But look, Russellville averages just over 50 points a game. They scored 65 in that game and ended up losing 80-65. Tough task here facing Mountain Home tonight. What's your thoughts of the game tonight?
Well, I think we have to use our speed and quickness on defense and offense. Good defense. We cannot let Mountain Home players get behind us on for easy layups, either on a fast break or working the ball on the inside. I watched some game film on Mountain Home. They love to jump into the passing lane, so we're going to have to be very careful of our passes. We have to fake and then hit the person we want to throw the ball to. We've got to have a balanced scoring attack. Olsen's done a good job, good at driving to the basket and taking some good shots, scoring on close in. But we've got to have balanced scoring. We can't leave it all on Campbell or Williams, anybody. We have to play our game and just play good, solid defense. And again, we've got to rebound.
Well, look, if you watch the Alma game, they did a lot of damage from the inside. Now, that was because they had a point guard driving in who was unbelievable. But I'm sure when Mountain Home saw that, they were probably licking their chops saying, hey, we are very physical on the inside. This could be our game. And so Russellville's had some time to correct that and also has a little bit more time to look at Mountain Home also on film, and we'll see what Coach Chenault draws up here for the game tonight. We're going to take a break, come back with more. This is Cyclone Basketball on River Country, KCJC, and Cyclone Booth.
Russellville School District has opportunities for you. Russellville School District currently has openings for custodial positions. Shifts are 2 in the afternoon until 10 p.m. Monday through Friday with an 11-month contract. This position has benefits, paid sick time, personal time, and retirement plans included. Insurance is offered. Russellville School District, achieving excellence together. Call 968-1306 or visit rsdk12.net to apply online and join the team.
Since 1971, Sorrell's Body Shop's top priority has been customer satisfaction. The folks at Sorrell's get the job done right by providing their customers state-of-the-art equipment and highly skilled professional service technicians. The mission at Sorrell's is to deliver the most professional, ethical, highest quality service while giving back to their community every day. Sorrell's Body Shop, proudly supporting the Russellville school system. Go Cyclones.
Basketball season is finally here, and QC Training in Russellville is where players go to rise above the competition. Coach Quentin builds stronger, quicker, more explosive athletes with focused strength work, sharp footwork training, and the discipline every great player needs. If you're serious about making the roster, getting more court time, or becoming the player coaches can't ignore, this is your gym. Visit QCTrainingFitness.com or find QC Training LLC on Facebook to sign up. Spots fill fast. Lock in your future today.
Running a business, a household, or just everyday life can be hectic. The last thing you want to have to think about is banking. At First State Bank, we focus on providing you the financial tools and exceptional service you need so you can focus on what really matters. Whether it's managing your business from the sidelines or making life run a little smoother with convenient and flexible financial solutions, we've got your back. Give back to business and life. We'll take care of the rest. First State Bank.
Welcome back to the hangar here in Mountain Home, and we're getting ready for the boys game. Mountain Home 9-8 overall, 1-0 in conference play, and that victory was on Tuesday night. And look, don't let this score bother you too much, but they just crushed Harrison 59-23 at Harrison. But Harrison really is not very strong, I guess is a nice way to put it, this season. They had the best players graduate, and then one transfer to the new school in Fayetteville. And so that game was over not long after it started, but a big win for Mountain Home. Mountain Home, Farmington, Van Buren, and Alma all started off with 1-0 records after winning on Tuesday. Russellville, Siloam, Greenwood, and Harrison all starting at 0-1. As we said, Harrison 5-10 overall. Your Russellville Cyclones are 8-9, so just one game difference there. Overall record between Russellville and Mountain Home, 0-1 in conference play after the 80-65 loss on Tuesday at home against Alma. Josh Fulcher is the head coach for Mountain Home in his 10th season as a head coach here. He was an assistant for Coach Husky before taking over. He also went to Charlotte there, and it's a school district that merged with Newark to make Cedar Ridge. Coached at Palestine, Wheatley 2 different times, and then I believe at Timbo, and then came to Mountain Home. He's won over 100 games here, and he's been here a little while, and he actually coached the junior high for a few years here before working his way up. For Russellville, of course, Greg Chenault, the head coach, and he's in his third season at Russellville, his fifth overall, as he started a couple years coaching Bauxite girls and took them to the 4A state tournament. He is getting close to 100 victories, to be honest with you. He's got 96 victories, so 4 away for his 100th coaching victory, currently, as we said, in his fifth season. They've blown the whistle for both teams to kind of get back to get ready for the starting lines. We do know theirs. We don't know. So we don't know ours. We know theirs, but not ours. So I'll go ahead and give you theirs. We know that Jackson Corp, he's a 6'3 senior wearing number 0, will start. Baylor Tate, he's a 5'10 junior, number 1. 6'3 junior, number 4, Cody Cormican. Drew Haney, he's number 10. He's a 6'4 senior. And then 5'9 senior, number 22, Rhett Gilbert. And, I think he had 40 points in a victory earlier this year. Shortest guy on the team, but I think they said he had 11 threes in one game and ended up with 40 for the game. So he's somebody you might need to contend with. We're not sure of the Cyclone starters yet. We heard that maybe Talon Heinzman may be starting tonight. As I look down, he does have his warm-up shirt off, so he may be starting tonight. Isaac Guillen, Caleb Campbell. I'm sure it's going to be Marcellus Olsen and Zayden Williams also starting. That's what it looks like it's going to be. So that's what we'll call it. Number 0, Marcellus Olsen. Number 2, Zayden Williams, the junior. Talon Heinzman, number 5, the sophomore. Caleb Campbell, the senior, 6'2 senior, number 21. And number 35, senior Isaac Guillen. That will be your starting lineups for the Cyclones, wearing their black uniforms with red and white trim. Mountain Home, just like their girls team, wearing all white with blue and gold trim. They're going to officially do the starting lineups. While they do that, we're going to take a final break. We'll be back with the tip-off. The Cyclones and Mountain Home. This is Russellville Cyclone basketball.
Johnny Storian with a thought from Alathus Realty. With years of experience, knowledge, and a network of relationships, they ensure you'll get the most for your house. So when it comes time to put that property on the market or begin looking for that next dream home you have, don't delay. Call Brent Preddy and the professionals at Alathus Realty Russellville, 968-5668, or check them out, russellvilleliving.com.
Focus days are back at Arkansas Tech University. This is your chance to be an ATU student for the day and experience student life firsthand. Plus, you'll be among the very first to enjoy an exclusive behind-the-scenes preview of our brand new Ferguson Student Union before it opens. And we're giving away a $1,000 scholarship. Experience what it's like to be a student in the College of STEM on January 30th. Visit atu.edu/focus days to register for free.
Are you working hard to feed your family on a budget? Visit Chicken Mart to get all your Crispitos, pizza sticks, restaurant quality chicken nuggets, strips, wings, and fries all in one stop, and lots of opportunity purchases that are so good they may never come back. Check out Chicken Mart in 2 convenient locations before you go grocery shopping and see what they have for your family. Chicken Mart's been serving the River Valley since 1983 and still going strong. Visit 1808 South Arkansas Avenue or 106 Weir Road in Russellville. Chicken Mart, your chicken and more store.
At Union Bank, we're more than a place to keep your money. We're your friends and neighbors. Sure, we've got checking and savings and digital banking with all the bells and whistles. So what really sets us apart? We know your name, not just an account number. And we're focused on serving you and our community because just like you, we call this home too. We invite you to discover the Union Way, where relationships matter. Visit us online at gounion.bank. Union Bank, member FDIC.
Well, we went to a break, and they're still doing the starting lineups. I think they went through 2 complete verses of Welcome to the Jungle. And, they got the airplane theme here, because being the Bombers, and they call this the hangar, and the Boom Squad is the student section. I don't know where Welcome to the Jungle comes in. Maybe we need a good airplane song. I don't know if there is one, but maybe that would be what they need here. But I think we heard Axl Rose go through a couple different verses before we were able to do the starting lineup. So now I say that because they turn the lights off, and it doesn't matter how many notes I have. If they turn the lights off, I can't read it. So we're just sort of stuck like, what if Steven throws it back to me and I can't read my notes? So we're ready for action now. It is extremely loud here, and the fans are still standing. Isaac Guillen will jump center with Drew Haney. Size on size here. The Cyclones will win the tip. They tipped it twice. They're going to make it do it again. All right. We tipped it. Isaac tipped it twice. He had to tip it a second time. Same result as they do it again. And actually, Olsen hit the deck, but didn't hang on to the basketball, so he didn't get called for the travel.
That's a good play by Olsen, really. You stop and think about it.
Yeah, it was. Talon Heinzman backing his way in. He's going to be called for traveling. I thought they were going to call the foul there on the fadeaway. He called for traveling there.
Wow.
Not a great beginning, and I don't mean that against Talon. That's nothing he did wrong. I think it's safe to say. Now, collision foul is going to be called on Zayden Williams, and we can play tight defense, but that's a guy right there we do not need to get in foul trouble. That's his first and the team's first, but we really got to watch that one. The 2 guys we really need on the floor, Zayden Williams and Caleb Campbell. And really, Russellville not deep enough to withstand a lot of foul trouble, but definitely not Zayden, who's averaging a little over 20 points a game. The Cyclones going to get a steal and a reach-in foul called on Mountain Home. I don't think either team wants it called as close as what they're doing. Cormacoon, who's also a golfer, number 4 for Mountain Home, picks up that personal foul. 30 seconds in, a couple fouls. Marcellus Olsen on the drive, high off the glass and in. He had 10 points against Alma, a career high, and he gives the Cyclones a 2-0 lead here.
Yeah, and that was that speed and quickness I was talking about in pregame.
Looking for the backdoor cut. Cormacoon pump fake, and he's going to be taking the floor hard there by Talon Heinzman. And not a dirty play. He just got Talon up in the air, and he came down. There was no place to go. He came down on the top of Cormacoon The officials rushed in, but I think they understood what was going on, and to his credit, so did Cormican. Some of the Mountain Home fans thought they wanted a flagrant foul, but look, when you get faked up in the air, there's no place to go. You come down on top of the player, that's just what happens. Nikki Duval, Aaron Duval with you here at Mountain Home. Our engineer back at KCJC Studios is Stephen Berry. Thank you if you're watching us on Cyclone Booth YouTube. If you are, click the subscribe button. You'll be alerted anytime we go live with any event. If you're listening to us on KCJC, we appreciate that also. Both free throws were made by Cody Cormican, and we're tied at 2. Cyclones lost the handle on it, out of bounds. It belongs to Mountain Home. It's right in front of the Mountain Home bench, and they were helping with the call whether the official needed it or not. Mountain Home lost it in the front court. Sorry about it. We got some extracurricular activity up here with some kids running around, and they're kind of bumping our camera. So I apologize that if you're watching us. I just want you to know the reason why it's kind of jumpy for a second. We're going to have to make some adjustment. Here's a steal by Russellville. They'll kick it out. Williams, top of the key. Three-pointer rattles home. Zayden Williams hits the three. The Cyclones lead at 5-2. At the top is Baylor Tate. Give it up to Drew Haney. Tate on this left side. They'll launch a three. Missed that one. That's Gilbert. He's the one that hit 40 earlier this year in a non-conference matchup. A whistle foul called on Mountain Home here along the baseline. That'll be on Tate, number 1 on him. Inbounds pass comes to Williams up at the top. Caleb Campbell, they leave him open. He'll miss the three from the right wing. Rebound, tied up basketball, and they blew the whistle, but both players still going for it. Haney and Guillen, and alternating possession will belong to Mountain Home.
Seemed like Guillen had his arm trapped in there. He couldn't get his arm out.
And Russellville is asking if the alternating possession doesn't go with the Cyclones. We won the tip. I don't remember there was another tied up basketball. Do you? I don't remember another one. Yeah, so it should be Mountain Home's ball, and it is. A double team Gilbert. He'll get around it, out of bounds, and last touch by the Cyclones. Zayden Williams was contending that he thought he knocked it off a Mountain Home player. Good defense. The shot clock at 26. Russellville leading 5-2. A lot of action, even though not a lot of scoring yet. They'll set a screen for Gilbert. He'll throw it in the corner. Three-point try. In and out. Rebound Guillen, and another tied-up basketball. And now they just slung Guillen to the ground, and they called a tied-up basketball. That was after the play. I think they should probably hit Cormican with a technical foul or something there. That was a little bit extra on that one. I don't think that's really called for.
Well, you could see clearly that he had his arm trapped in there. He couldn't get it out.
Yeah. And they slung him to the ground, and he was the one involved earlier. And, yeah, the official's going to lose control of that. They probably should have cleaned that up right then. Because if you're Guillen, like, okay, if that's the way it's going to be played, I can be a little bit more aggressive. And it's almost like a wrestling referee. You don't get called for it. Shot blocked from behind. Caleb Campbell gets the rebound, and he's going to the free throw line as he's fouled going back up.
Good offensive rebound by Campbell. Stayed with it.
This is on Baylor Tate. That's his second and the team's third. Yeah, it was a different player for Mountain Home on the tied-up basketball on that one. It was Cormican, and he's the one that Just sort of almost like a hip toss that you'd see in wrestling, as they were both locked up. But it was well after the whistle. First free throw was good by Campbell. Waiting the second. That one's good. Hey, all you really need to do is if you do call a foul on that early or something, and it'll clean it up. But if you don't, it only gets worse. All intercepted there by Williams. Russellville races. They can get a 2-on-1. Zayden lost it, and they're going to say nobody ever touched it from Mountain Home. It went out of bounds, and it belongs to the Bombers. Zayden being harassed a little bit by the guys on the end of the bench there at Mountain Home, and he turns around and claps back at him and says, all right, let's go. I can take it. Having some fun with it. He's in a good mood. Gilbert pulls up from the corner, hits a long two. That's their first field goal of the game. The Cyclones lead at 7-4. They left Campbell open. He'll pass on the three, baseline. He's double teamed, and now, see, that's what I'm saying right there. They call a jump ball, but that was awfully quick, and this is where they're trying to police it now, but this is where you're punishing Russellville, because I don't think that was long enough to be a jump ball, but because you didn't police it earlier, now you're trying to get it back, and it's really hard to do.
It's very difficult.
Yeah, alternating possession goes to Mountain Home. Passing on the three, stepping inside. They're going to miss the long two. Tayshawn Henry. Ball squirts into the backcourt. Mountain Home picks it up. It was not an over and back situation. They'll throw it and they'll try another one. This one is a corner three by Henry. That one misses, and Guillen has the rebound. He's going to give it up to Olsen. Marcellus in the front court. And now a charge going to be called on Marcellus, and that'll be his first and the third team foul on Russellville.
Well, this is the way it's going to be for a little while, I think, until the officials try to get control of the game, but they should have done that, like you said earlier.
Yeah, it's going to be physical, and I'll see what they can do about it. I just hope we have a team to finish if they start calling a lot of fouls to try to get it back. Turnaround jumper from inside is good by Drew Haney, and Mountain Home within a point now. Cyclones hanging on to a 1-point lead, 7-6. Olsen in the front court. Gets it just inside the three-point line to Guillen. It kicks it back out to Campbell. They'll do it again. Guillen will set the screen, and Williams three-pointer. That one a little flat on that one. Missed that. The rebound, Haney for Mountain Home. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. The Cyclones leading 7-6. Have not trailed in the game. Gilbert trying to change that. He does. Rhett Gilbert a three-pointer. He's got 5. He makes it 9-7. Three-pointer by Heinzman. Can he answer? Doesn't get the bounce. Rebound, whistle, foul called. This is going to be on Zayden Williams. That's 2 on him. Ticky-tack one there, but it's going to be number 2. And now Coach Chenault has to think about getting Zayden out of the game with 2 fouls. Into the game for Russellville will be Zay Thomas, number 4, the junior. They were already going to sub out for Heinzman. Zayden thought it was for him, and they said, no, you're back out on the floor. So he started to go to the bench. He gets back out on the floor. He just got to be careful now with 2 fouls. 9-7, Mountain Home with the lead. Here's Gilbert. Puts it up off the glass and in. He shot that one quick, like he was worried about getting it blocked, but nobody really on that side. It's a 4-point lead for Mountain Home. Campbell near the corner to Caden Walton, number 12, the sophomore, who is also in the game. He'll launch the 3. This one no good. Rebound on the backside, Mountain Home, Jackson Corp. Gilbert will launch one from way downtown. Missed that one. Flying in to get the rebound is Haney. He'll kick it back out, and a fresh 35 for Mountain Home. Gilbert will get it in the corner to Henry. Nobody open yet at the free throw line. They'll get in the corner. Henry on the drive. They'll reverse it back around with 12 to shoot. They'll knock down a 3. That's Haney who hits the 3. And Russellville led at one point 7-2. It's been 12 consecutive points by Mountain Home, and they have lead it by a touchdown, 14-7. There's a corner baseline jumper is good there by Zayden Williams. He's got 5. 5-point lead for the Bombers. 1 minute left to play here in the first quarter. Almost a steal by Williams. And another 3. This one's short. Rebound. Olsen, he wants to force the action a little bit. 2 on 3, but he's going to race ahead. They'll get it to Williams. Open right side 3-pointer is good. Zayden Williams. They've awakened the Giant there. He hit his second 3. He's got 8. You know, sometimes if a guy's not hitting shots, you don't want to wake him up. You don't want to disturb him. I think they made a mistake there.
Apparently their end of their bench said some things to him.
Yeah, it's woken him up. He's got 8 points since they've been talking to him a little bit. And that's a 2-point lead for Mountain Home. The Cyclones have scored the last 5. Williams has. They're going to play for 1 shot at least. Half-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. This is Corp. They're in no position to shoot with 5 seconds. He's going to take it baseline, double team. Shot, just threw it up, and it went in. There's a little bit of collision there, but not enough to warrant a foul, and he just flung it up there. Got it to go down, and that's how we conclude the first quarter. The Cyclones trailing 16-12. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone basketball.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Back at the Farmers Co-op, and Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, whenever we're thinking about the Farmers Co-op, it's that variety that people love and the great selection that they'll find at their local co-op, East Main Russellville, also in Danville.
That's true. We have all the items for the farm and ranch, but we also have lawn and garden, pet supplies, just a very wide variety of products.
The Farmers Co-op in Russellville, exit 84 off Interstate 40, East Main Russellville, also in Danville.
Welcome back. Getting ready to start the second quarter. The Cyclones trailing 16-12. They led by as many as 5, trailed by as many as 7. In that first quarter, back and forth first quarter. For Mountain Home, Red Gilbert leads the way with 8 points. 5 points for Drew Haney, 2 for Cordy Cormacun. 8 points for Zayden Williams for the Cyclones, 2 for Olsen, and 2 for Caleb Campbell. Cyclones will have it to start the second quarter on the alternating possession. Guillen, Campbell, Olsen, Zay Thomas, and Zayden Williams starting the second quarter for the Cyclones. Williams has it. They give him a little bit of opening. He'll miss the 3, but knocked to the floor, and he's going to the free throw line to shoot 3 free throws. This is going to be on Tayshawn Henry. Made just enough contact while he was in the air, and Zayden going to the free throw line for the first time tonight. 69% on the season, easily the most free throws on the team. 63 of 91 before these 3. And he hits the first one. It's the second one. Quiet down quite a bit. They got the video board not really centered there, but kind of behind the goal. And they've shown a picture of some sort of frog, and then they switched it to Larry David, and now just the Mountain Home logo. I think they're trying to throw him off. It's all 3. Wasn't bothered by it.
Hard to say if they tried, they failed.
Yeah. 11 points for Zayden Williams. The Cyclones are within a point after he goes 3 of 3 from the free throw line. They'll miss a 3 from the corner. Zay Thomas, the rebound for Russellville. The Cyclones can take the lead with points here, and missing a 3 from the left side. Scramble for the rebound. Coming up with it is Jackson Corp from Mountain Home. You don't mind that 3 there by Zayden Williams because he had hit 2 in that first quarter. No pass on the 3 on the drive. Shot blocked there by Guillen. Picked out of the air by Zay Thomas. Good job there by Isaac. Olsen drives about 10 feet away. Needs some help. He'll kick it out to Caleb Campbell. They draws a double team. Backs his way in. Ball knocked away. 2-on-2. Gilbert, crossover dribble. Little floater, 10-footer. Barely grazed the iron. Rebound Guillen. Olsen in the front court quickly. Side steps to the Euro step. Kisses one off the glass.
He left the defender just standing there.
Yeah. Did a little Euro step, step left, step right, all with 2 steps. And Russellville takes a 17-16 lead. Thinking
like
about
he walked.
Yeah, sure did. Looked like Newton walked. Step back 3 by Gilbert. Long rebound off the miss is Olsen for the Cyclones. 2-on-2. Olsen amongst 2 people. Does not matter. He takes it all the way in. Hits the layup. And a timeout called by Mountain Home. The Cyclones lead it by 3. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone basketball.
The folks at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air want to take a moment to not only thank you for your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. And customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you from Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
7 straight points for the Cyclones to start this quarter. 3 free throws by Zayden Williams, and then back-to-back layups on drives by Marcellus Olsen. And the Cyclones have a 3-point lead. Mountain Home coach Josh Fulcher taking a timeout. First timeout used by either team. 6:19 left to go here in the first half. Mountain Home with it. Rhett Gilbert gets it up top to Tate. Back to Gilbert. They're going to set a screen. Russellville will make the switch. And they hounded him on that pass a little bit. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Back at the top of the key to Cormican. Take a baseline on a drive shot. Blocked out of bounds there by Williams. And it looked like Tate really thought he had a layup chance, but Williams got all ball, knocked it out of bounds. There's 8 seconds on the shot clock. Going bound along the baseline. In the corner, Gilbert for 3. He'll miss. Rebound. Campbell has it. Caleb will give it out to Olsen. Olsen taking it all the way. Missed the lip. Tipped up and in there by Williams. 21-16.
Well, you're seeing the speed and the quickness of Olsen tonight.
Yeah. Missed the layup there. Zayden Williams, the offensive rebound on the putback. Faking a 3 is Tate. Pulls up, left elbow, whistle, foul. This is going to be called on who? Yeah, it's going to be bad. That's number 3 on Zayden Williams, so he's going to have to sit for a while as he's in foul trouble. 3 fouls on Zayden Williams. He leads the Cyclones with 13 points in the game, and that's how you stop Zayden Williams if you're Mountain Home. You put him in foul trouble.
I don't think that was a foul.
That one was a little touch foul. All it takes is one to put you in big-time foul trouble, and that's the one. That's the first free throw made there by Tate, and first points for Mountain Home here in this quarter. Russellville came out, scored the first 9 points of this quarter until that last made free throw. Russellville has a question, I think, about some of the foul situation. And now the officials talking it over, and now they're huddling together. I think this is a question on the fouls. Whatever it is, Coach Fulcher's upset about it, but nothing has changed, and so he's still giving it to the official down there, Coach Fulcher of Mountain Home. Whatever it is, he is not letting up. Official has to run away from him now after the made free throw, just to go down the court and officiate. 21-18, the Cyclones lead it without their leading scorer, Zayden Williams, on the bench with 3 fouls. Here, not even midway through the second quarter. Cyclones have to find some offense because I doubt we see him the rest of the half. Olsen, nice fake. He takes it all the way to the rim. Boy, that jab step to the corner. And a defender there from Mountain Home's got to go pick up his socks because he just got faked out of him. Pulled up, left elbow, shot good there by Rhett Gilbert. You don't want him getting hot from the outside. That's a 2-pointer. He's got 9. Cuts the Cyclone lead back to 3.
Well, that fake by Olsen was so good, he left his defender on the floor. He really did.
Olsen on the left side. They're going to have to give him some more room. Landon Newton can't hang with him. He'll kick it out on the drive. Zay Thomas will miss the 3. Rebound comes to Newton. He checked his feet as soon as he landed. He thought he might have been out of bounds. Corner 3 or on the wing. A little flat on that shot. Mountain Home misses that one. Caden Walton the rebound for the Cyclones. Russellville leading 23-20 with the basketball. Walton, Campbell, Olsen, Heinzman, and Zay Thomas on the floor for Russellville. They're trying to give help defense there as Olsen was on the drive. He has it after the pass from Heinzman. He'll launch the 3 left side. That one's short. Zay Thomas gets the rebound, attacks there, hangs in the air, misses the shot, but he's fouled. That shot rolled off the iron. I was trying to give it every little bit of body language I could from up here. Drew Haney just picked up his first personal and the first foul called on Mountain Home.
Yeah, you was standing over there putting a little English on that, weren't you?
I was trying. Zay Thomas at the free throw line, 58% on the season. That'll help right there as he hits the first. Jackson Corp will check in for Mountain Home. He replaces Landon Newton. Poor Newton, he can't stay with Marcellus Olsen, but not many people can, to be honest with you. Second free throw is good. Zay Thomas called in a little bit more action than normal because of the foul trouble to Zayden Williams. He played in the JV game. The JV boys won tonight, 59-53. The Cyclone varsity leading here 25-20. Now here's a whistle, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's actually hit the official, and he calls it out of bounds. Coach Chenault saying, hey, if it hits you and you're in bounds, it's not out, is it? That's a good point. I don't know.
Good defense there by Heinzman, making them throw the ball.
Yeah, they get it
back court.
In the back court, you're right. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Gilbert, they're shielding him toward the left side. He'll get in the corner to Bryant. Bryant on the drive, lost it, and whistle foul on who? And this is going to be on Talon Heinzman, his first. That bails him out, too, because they were in single digits on the shot clock there.
Well, they show he's got 2 fouls.
Okay. We'll have to go with what they say if that's true. Cyclones lead it by 5. Gilbert without the dribble. They reverse it around on the right side to Tate. Pace is slowed down considerably with the fouls and Bombers dictating pressure. And the pace and pulled up jumper was good there by Tate. Russellville wants to play up tempo. Mountain Home would like to slow it down a little bit. 25-22. The Cyclones with the lead. Heinzman on the drive, a little bit too hard off the backboard on his shot. Mountain Home can tie it here with a 3. They're going to try to set a screen to Gilbert. He's waving him off. He's going to take it right side, throw into the corner. Here's that 3, and this one in and out. Rebound, Caleb Campbell. Double teamed in the backcourt. He's going to draw the foul. That'll be on 0, Jackson Corp. That's his first. And the team's third. Isaac Guillen will check in for the Cyclones, replacing Heinzman. Coach Chenault talking to Marcellus Olsen. Zay Thomas. We had an opening there, but he'll kick it out. 3-pointer there by Campbell, no good. Tipped and controlled by Cormican of Mountain Home. Mountain Home, a quick 3 there. That one off the side. The follow won't go. We're going to get a foul called on the Cyclones. I think this is going to be on Walton, but I'm not sure. It will be on Caden Walton, his first. Oh, wait a minute. They say 12 or 21? Yeah, They said it was not Campbell. It was on number 12.
It was on 12, yeah.
Yeah, and they're talking about that. He called it on 12, but they announced it on 21. Meanwhile, the first free throw. Okay, they did get on Caden Walton. Walton's 12, Campbell's 21. You don't want Caleb in foul trouble. He doesn't have any fouls by my count, but still, he's going to be a key guy since Zayden Williams is down in foul trouble. They make 1 of 2, and Campbell, who's cleaning up the glass tonight, gets a defensive rebound. The Cyclones lead it by 2. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Missed shot by Campbell. The follow by Guillen bounces in. I don't know how he got the shot up in the air, to be honest with you. He was falling backwards.
That's a good offensive rebound.
Yeah. And more importantly, that shot went in. Russellville up 4. Gilbert, whistle foul, and this is going to be on Olson.
You just had a feeling that was coming.
Yep. That's his second, the 14th foul.
Little touch foul.
Well, official told me one time, I have to ask yourself, what did the defender do wrong? And I'll be honest with you, I think the offensive player is the one that initiated the contact. Gilbert being double teamed, trying to get around. They'll split the double team all the way and hit the layup. There's a reason why he's their leading scorer, and that's a fantastic move there by Gilbert. It's a 2-point game once again. Olson trying to answer quickly will miss. Gilbert the rebound underneath. 11 points for Gilbert. You hear the illegal chant by Mtn Home. Chant deemed illegal by the AAA. 13-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. 33 seconds to go in the first half. The shot clock is under 20 now. A pass on the 3. Corp will take it baseline, double team, kicks it up top. Three-pointer partially blocked there by Campbell. And now we have a foul called on who?
Oh my goodness.
On Russellville. I didn't see the foul. And this is going to be on Guillen. That's his first. Okay. On the three-pointer, Caleb Campbell had the block shot. And I saw him release down the floor, and I didn't see what had happened. Coach Chenault is really upset about the foul call. He's talking to the official that made the call. Meanwhile, that's 5 fouls on Russellville, so it's going to send Haney to the free throw line. And he has a chance to tie this game as he hits the first one. Foul situation going against Russellville right now as Zayden Williams has 3, Marcellus Olson has 2, Heinzman has 2. We just got to get to halftime with a team intact. And it's going to be a tie game the last 16 seconds because they hit both free throws. Olson. He got hit with a blocking foul and a charging foul here in this first half. Marcellus, spin move in the lane, shot up and rolls off the iron. Corp has it. He's going to throw it almost the length of the floor, and it goes into the student section. We've come to the end of the first half. Nothing's been decided. We're all tied at 27 after one half. We'll take a break, come back to the halftime show. All tied at 27. This is Cyclone basketball.
A career in cosmetology is one where your success depends on you. But did you know cosmetology is more than just hair? If you want to do manicures and pedicures only, ask about the Nail Tech program at Arkansas Beauty College so you can provide high-quality manis and pedis to your clients. Arkansas Beauty College is also ACCSC accredited, so financial aid is available to those who qualify. To learn more, call Arkansas Beauty College at 968-3075 today. Earnings are according to the clients you build.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
Here around Auto Place, we want your car. We're giving cash on the spot, no trade necessary. Right now, we are buying local and giving more money than ever for local trades. Plus, while you're here, check out the 0% financing on 2025 GMC Sierra, or 2.99% for up to 72 months on 2025 Chevrolet Silverado. Silverado Autoplex, we want your vehicle and we're willing to pay for it. Bring us your car today and leave with cash in hand. Come see us today at Silverado Autoplex, Russellville.
Year in and year out, terrain changes, seasons change, even the rules change. But one thing stays the same. Honda ATVs show up ready. The 2026 Ford Trax Rancher, Foreman, and Rubicon are back, just as reliable as ever. Built to haul, climb, and conquer, these are the machines folks count on to get the job done, and they're available now at Honda of Russellville. There's a Honda ATV built for how you ride. For your safety, read the owner's manual and always wear a helmet and eye protection. Honda ATVs are for riders 16 years and older.
Well, we're here at halftime at the boys' game at Mountain Home with a score tied 27-27. Russellville came back after that first quarter. They were behind 12-16, and now we're at half tied game. The Mountain Home Bombers, they were 2 of 13 from the three-point line. Didn't have a three-pointer in that second quarter, but they're making up at the free throws. They're 7 of 8. Russellville were 2 of 10 from the three-point line. We're 7 of 7 from the free throws. Doing a good job. Right now, Campbell is sitting with 5 rebounds, doing a great job on both ends. Also, Isaac is doing a great job. He's got a block. I've got him unofficially for a block. Williams unofficially for a block. So we're playing good defense. We just got to be in a little bit more control on offense and also on defense. Osa's doing a fantastic job with his quickness and speed, breaking to the basket.
Yeah, I mean, when Zayden goes down in the foul trouble with 3 fouls, he checked out with 3 fouls and 13 points. You figure, okay, we got to pick it up somewhere. And like you said, Caleb's been cleaning up the glass, and Marcellus Olsen coming through in that first half with 8 points. 6 of his 8 points in the second quarter when Zayden was in foul trouble. 2 points for Campbell, 2 points for Guillen, and 2 points for Zay Thomas. Again, Zayden wins with 13, but he's got 3 fouls. Olsen, Heinzman each with 2. For Mountain Home, they're led by Rhett Gilbert. Russellville did a good job just holding him to 11 points because, like I said, he is a scoring machine. He's approaching 1,000 points, and his brother goes to Harding. I mean, he can play, and he's showing that here with one made 3. Shot a lot. I hope he doesn't get hot from out there, but he's got 11 points. He's the only Bomber in double figures. Drew Haney for Mountain Home with 8 points, 4 points for Baylor Tate, and 2 points for Cody Cormican. They only have one player in foul trouble. That's Tate, who has 4 points. He has 2 fouls. Nobody with more than 1 for Mountain Home other than Tate. We're at the half, about 6 minutes away the second half. Cyclones and Mountain Home Bombers both tied at 27. We'll take a break, come back with more of your halftime show. This is Cyclone Basketball.
You know how you tell yourself, my tires are probably fine, I'll deal with it later? That's exactly what Sheila thought. She was driving her 7-year-old SUV and everything seemed normal until one rainy day, she merged off the highway and the car started sliding. She hydroplaned, she hit 2 road signs, and she ended up in the ditch. And here's the frustrating part. New tires would have cost her $20 to get started. That's it. $20 could have changed everything about that day.
R&R Tire Express, where just $20 gets you started on a safe new set of tires today.
Stella Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation provides skilled professional care in a compassionate, supportive, and comfortable atmosphere. Whether it's long-term care, a short-term respite, or 24-hour skilled nursing, Stella Manor offers compassionate professional support in a comfortable, family-like setting. With a full therapy program, hospice partnerships, and director-led activities every day, your loved one receives care that goes beyond the basics. Call or visit today to see the difference compassion makes at Stella Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation. West Fraser is looking for skilled electricians to join their team in a role that's more than just a job. It's a career. If you've got experience with 3-phase power, 480-volt systems, and machine controls, West Fraser wants to hear from you. You'll work hands-on, solving real problems and growing with a team that promotes within. Solid day one benefits, competitive pay, and a culture that puts people first. Build your career with West Fraser. Apply today at westfraser.com/careers.
There's just something nice about having a friend in the business. Johnny Story in to visit with you about River Valley Furniture, Russellville. There's a good reason why River Valley Furniture has been in business more than 3 decades. More than likely, you, your mom and dad, or your grandparents have purchased furniture from River Valley Furniture, and now you have that same opportunity to check out their new Ashley Home Store, Highway 331. River Valley Furniture, south of high prices.
KCJC, Dardanelle, Russellville. Ladies and gentlemen, this is River Country. KCJC.
Welcome back to the hangar here at Mountain Home. Mickey Duval, Aaron Duval with you. Stephen Berry back at KCJC Studios. We welcome you if you're listening to us on KCJC 102.3 or if you're watching us on Cyclone Booth YouTube channel. Once again, please click subscribe if you have not already. Really like to drive up our numbers. It doesn't cost anything. We don't get any money out of it. Hey, to be honest with you, we just got Cyclone pride. We want ours to have the most views and most subscriptions and all that among all the high school sports in the state. So you'll also be alerted anytime we go live with any event. We will go live on Tuesday a little bit before 6 o'clock with the Lady Cyclones and your senior boys taking on Van Buren at Claire Bates Arena again on Tuesday. Back at home a week from tonight as both teams will host Siloam Springs. Well, we're here at the hangar that was built in 1994, seats 2,600. They hosted state the year they opened it in 94, and they're one of 3 schools that have bid on the state tournament for this year. That's supposed to be announced on, I think it's supposed to be announced either next Thursday or the Thursday after that. I've heard different reports. They're going to hear from all 3 schools at the AAA to hear who, hear your bids and your offers and all that stuff, their presentations, and then they decide. The 3 schools, of course, this Mountain Home here, Lake Hamilton, who has hosted in the last 10 years, and Farmington, who hasn't hosted 5A, but they have hosted 4A in the last 10 years. That's why Mountain Home thinks they have a pretty good chance to host the state tournament. Of course, they have the bombers, and I got that airplane theme. They actually have an actual bomber Navy airplane that's right outside the arena here, right outside the high school. It is a Corsair A7E, which was flown by helicopter. I think they had it somewhere in Tennessee back in '96, a couple years after this arena opened. But the plane was actually flown in Operation Desert Storm, and it points slightly upward. It's supposed to signify, I think, that they're always ready. So kind of neat thing if you ever do come here, you kind of go out there and look at it. But it's an actual plane that they've put out here, and that's the little monument out front. We're about a minute away from the second half. We'll take a 60-second break. Be back with the second half. All tied at 27 here, Mountain Home and your Russellville Cyclones. This is Cyclone basketball.
If you find water leaking from your ceiling, it's important that you take immediate action to avoid further damage to your home. Leaky roofs never fix themselves or get better on their own, so even if the leak isn't that bad yet, you should get it fixed now. Call Miller Roofing Company. They've been serving the River Valley since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. So before that leak gets worse, call Miller Roofing Company, 890-3499 to set up an inspection.
The Russellville School District is seeking bus drivers. Route drivers start at $30.38 per hour. Substitute drivers make $30.38 per hour on routes. RSD is also looking for trip and shuttle drivers, earning $15.45 per hour for the duration of the event, and bus monitors for $15 per hour. Drivers and monitors can receive teacher retirement, and drivers are eligible for insurance. RSD is a registered training site if you don't have your CDL. Apply online at the RussellvilleSchools.net transportation page.
Welcome back. Getting ready to start the second half. Again, nothing's been decided in this game. We're all tied at 27. I'm curious, do you start Zayden Williams to start the third quarter? He's got 2 fouls, and I don't think anything's the wrong answer. I trust Coach Chenault, what he wants to do, but I'm glad that decision's not on me. If he does start, you just got to tell him, look, we got to play 5-on-4 defensively. We cannot get him that 4th foul.
Well, he's starting. Looks like he's out there. The starting lineup.
Yeah, it is going to be the original starting lineup. -1. It's going to be Olson, Williams, Campbell, Guillen, and Zay Thomas, who had 2 points on a couple free throws in that third quarter. Cyclones will switch ends. They'll be shooting into the student section, but Mountain Home will get the basketball to start the third quarter of play. Zayden just sink back in the zone. That's what you do. Just sort of hang back there. Keep your position. Gilbert, cross-court pass, left side Corp. Will shoot a three. That went in and out. And there with the rebound is Zay Thomas. And to bring up the floor. He is really gaining some confidence from Coach Chenault, the way he's been playing in JV games. And that's how you earn some varsity time, with the way you play in JV games. That's why these JV games are so important. If you get a chance to come out and watch the Cyclone JV team, they are fun to watch. They won 59-53 earlier today. Here's a step back three there, missed by Williams. Underneath, guess who? Caleb Campbell puts it back up and just missed as it rolled off, but got the offensive rebound. He is so good with that. They stopped right in front of Zayden. They're trying to get that foul called, and there's a partial block there by Guillen. 5-on-4 for the Cyclones, now 2-on-2 because Olsen's so fast. Pull-up jumper, missed that one underneath Guillen, trying to keep it alive for the Cyclones. Tied up basketball to belong to Russellville. Gives me a chance to catch my breath. That was back and forth a couple of times. That's the pace that Russellville wants to play at. Mountain Home will run a little bit, but they, given the chance, they don't want to play that speed with Russellville. Williams, turnaround jumper from the baseline, short there. Rebound comes to Mountain Home. And now reach and foul, and that's going to be number 4. That's going to be number 4 on Zayden Williams. And now he'll have to come out of the basketball game as Talon Heinzman will check in for him.
That's a cheap foul.
Well, and you know what? I'm not saying it's cheating or anything. I'm just saying if you're a marked man, if they're looking at you closely, that's tough because you just you can't really play the way you want to play, the way you normally play. You just got to shoot your shot and then run down the floor. And that's not really in Zayden's makeup. He wants to try to get those steals. So he'll be sitting for a long while now with 4 fouls. A pull-up jumper by Rhett Gilbert from 2. And Russellville going to have to withstand here, and they got to find some offense from somewhere. Trailing by 2, 29-27. Olsen at the top of the key, looking for Campbell. A couple minutes into this third quarter, Russellville trailing by a bucket. Williams gets it back to Olsen. He'll shoot the 3. It's good. Marcellus Olsen knocking down the 3, and this is a career high for Celis.
I think we just found the offense that we need.
I tell you, he has 8 for the first half, 6 in the second quarter. Picks up a 3 here. His second made 3 of the season. Try to answer, no good. Tipped around, and Olsen has it on the move. Cyclones up by a point. Campbell, a long 3 from the top of the key, in and out.
In and out.
Yeah, barely out. Haney the rebound for Mountain Home. Quickly down the floor, he'll fire it over to Corp. Fake the 3 all the way for the layup. That's the first bucket by Jackson Corp, and Mountain Home back up by a point. Coming off a screen, top of the key, 3-pointer for Olsen, and that one just a little long. It hit the back of the iron. He thought about it too, that little bit of hesitation instead of catching it and shooting it in rhythm. He needs to have confidence. He's a good shooter. Gilbert, he'll miss the 3. Heinzman, the rebound, lost it. There's a scramble for it, and they stepped out of bounds. Cormican, when he had his hand on the basketball, half of his body was actually out of bounds, and so it'll belong to Russellville. And Guillen came up hobbling a little bit, and he'll come out of the basketball game and go down to the bench and get checked out, I think. Caden Walton checked in for Guillen. He's not at the end of the bench, Guillen isn't. He's going to sit down. He walked to the end of the bench. You could tell he was hobbling. Heinzman attacks baseline, reverse layup, doesn't go. There's the follow, Caleb Bedford Campbell.
And good offensive rebound there.
Yeah, and put it back up and in. He gives the Cyclones back a 1-point lead. Guillen will hand it off to Corp. They run this thing around the 3-point line. They've been doing that since Mitch Husky was the head coach. And then they attack and then reach into the ball, knocked away by Campbell. Diving on the floor is Heinzman. Here come the Cyclones. Pass ahead, Zay Thomas. The layup won't go. Follow is good by Olsen. It's goaltending, though, so give the points to Thomas. It wasn't going to matter anyway. Coach Fulcher's upset. I don't know if you don't call it, it's still a follow shot by Olsen. But it was. as Marcellus put it. It hit the backboard first and then was pinned against the backboard by Mountain Home. Walton will check out. Guillen back in the game, and the Cyclones lead it by 3. Russellville going to trap in the backcourt. He almost threw it away, but they'll get it to midcourt. And now Mountain Home attacking. Three-pointer from left side is good there by Corp. He hit the 3. He's celebrating with some fans on the far side, some of his fans that were cheering him on, and he's tied the game at 34. Guillen gives it to Talon at the top. Here's Olsen. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Campbell swing it around right side. He wants a screen. Olsen does. Crashed into him. Spin move in the lane. It's good. 13 points. Olsen's playing like a man possessed.
You watch it. They'll start guarding him a little closer now. And that'll be a mistake because he can drive then.
36-34. Gilbert fires in the corner. Corp a 3. This one no good. Rebound tipped around a couple times. Heinzman has it on the move. One-on-one in the lane. Whistle. Let's see a charge. Going to be taken by Mountain Home. And Talon Heinzman is going to be called for his 3rd. And Coach Chenault I think he was asking for a timeout. They've blown the whistle. I don't know what. Yeah, he's asking for the timeout. That was a weird altercation between him and the official. And that was weird. It's almost like they bumped into each other and one took offense to that. And there's a lot of discussion before the timeout finally called. We're going to take a quick break. Russellville is leading 36-34, but turned the ball over. I'll tell you what, we're going to keep right here. Sorry, Steven. It's a 30-second timeout, so I don't want to keep it here because they just buzzed it. Russellville leads at 36-34. That foul on Olsen, I have him down for 3. Is that what you have?
Yes.
Okay, so 3 on Olsen. Of course, Zayden Williams on the bench with 4. 3 on Talon Heinzman. Okay, that last foul, that was on Heinzman, wasn't it? It wasn't on Olsen. So it was on Heinzman, so that's 3 on Heinzman. All right, so that was our mistake. So I think Olsen's only got 2. It's tough to keep up with. Russellville, a couple fouls here in this third quarter. No fouls yet called on Mountain Home, but Russellville hanging on to a 2-point lead again with Zayden Williams, 13 points, but on the bench with 4 personal fouls. Picked up a foul within the first couple minutes of the third quarter, and we haven't seen him since.
I bet we see him in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but then it becomes a thing of when do you see him, because you certainly don't want him to close game. What, you go overtime? You want him later in the fourth quarter. We'll see. Gilbert turning his back to the basket, but he's way away from the basket. Cormican lobbing it inside. Boy, that was a bad pass and stolen away there by Heinzman. That was a horrible pass. I don't know what he's throwing it to because the man posting up down low was not open. Heinzman wasn't even the one guarding him. He just came over to help defense and just picked it out of the air. Heinzman in the corner getting the pass from Olsen. Gets it back. Here's a three-pointer on the way by Campbell. That one won't go. Battling for the rebound. It's going to roll out of bounds and belong to Russellville as it goes out of bounds right in front of the Cyclone bench.
A little pushing there, I think, by Mountain Home.
Coach Fulcher is upset the other side. He thought it went out on Russellville. No video review like they would have in college basketball. Guillen backing his way in, will kick it back out. Olsen just inside the free throw line, needed help. Got it out to Thomas. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 18 seconds. Russellville reset it here. Sellis for the Cyclones pulls up just at the free throw line and doesn't get the bounce there. Mountain Home with the rebound.
It was close. It hung on the rim.
Yeah. Not a bad shot.
No.
You get that 15-footer, you got to take it. Gilbert will hand this over to Tate. 20 seconds on the shot clock already for Mountain Home. They were slower getting up. Now wide open underneath. Their layup was Haney. He came off a screen, and he was wide open underneath. The closest guy to him was 10 feet away. And that layup gives him 10 points, and it's tied the game at 36. Backdoor cut by Heinzman. Can't handle the pass. Out of bounds. Or say, not out of bounds, but Mountain Home has it. Gilbert, a long three try. Will miss that one. Long rebound comes to court. Another chance for Mountain Home. When you're a good shooter like Gilbert, you'll let that pass, but I don't think that was the shot that Fulcher wanted. Gilbert was cutting down low, and he was open, and they missed him. Tate had it. He has on the right side. They're setting screens. Inside on the block there by Cormican. He missed the shot. And in transition, Russellville's going to get fouled with 41 seconds left. It's the first foul called on Mountain Home in the quarter. It's just the second foul on Cormican. And the first foul called on Mountain Home. Cyclones will have it. Can't play for the last shot here. Walton back on to give Russellville an extra three-point shooter here. Posting up outside the lane is Caleb Campbell. Back his way up, a little drop step off the glass. Knocked to the floor, no call, but we get a foul called on Russellville. I think this is going to be on Heinzman. It will be, and that's number 4 is what I have on Talon. I'm going to check the scoreboard. And this is 4th. So he'll stay on the floor with 4. Williams on the bench with 4. Walton will check out. Guillen back in for a defensive presence there. Shot clock is off here. As we're closing out the third quarter, all tied at 36. 36. We were tied at 27 at the half. That's what I was looking at. 9 points for both teams here in the third quarter. It's been a sluggish third quarter. Cormican lost it going up. He traveled, yeah. And there's a collision down low, and we have a player for each team that's down. Cormican and Guillen. Cormican rolled over. He traveled with it. It's like, think about taking a power dribble but not actually dribbling. That's what happened. There's 0.5 seconds left, and Guillen is still down. He's down face down. He is moving his feet. Might have gotten the breath knocked out of him. I think his stomach came down on the back, on the heel there of Cormican, it looked like. So he might have just had the wind talking out of him. And he's going to have to be helped off a little bit. Yeah, he's going to be helped off by his teammates. And, okay, it's his knee. It's his right knee. For the most part, they're giving cheer. There are a couple of hecklers that need to be quiet, but you always have a couple apples in there. But for the most part, they were giving him a hand clap as he's being helped off. It's his right knee, and he's not putting any kind of pressure on it. He's going to sit down. 0.5 seconds left. Really not much time to do it. Russellville's just going to have to inbound it. They're going to inbound it the backcourt. Maybe that's just going to be it. They inbound it. Be done with it. No, they're going to say throw it. Not enough time to get the shot off. They tried it, but they didn't get it. And we've come to the end of the third quarter. All tied at 36. Still, nothing has been decided. Got one more quarter to go. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone Basketball.
Since 1971, Sorrell's Body Shop's top priority has been customer satisfaction. The folks at Sorrell's get the job done right by providing their customers state-of-the-art equipment and highly skilled professional service technicians. The mission at Sorrell's is to deliver the most professional, ethical, highest quality service while giving back to their community every day. Sorrell's Body Shop, proudly supporting the Russellville school system. Go Cyclones.
Basketball season is finally here, and QC Training in Russellville is where players go to rise above the competition. Coach Quentin builds stronger, quicker, more explosive athletes with focused strength work, sharp footwork training, and the discipline every great player needs. If you're serious about making the roster, getting more court time, or becoming the player coaches can't ignore, this is your gym. Visit QCTrainingFitness.com or find QC Training LLC on Facebook to sign up. Spots fill fast. Lock in your future today.
Welcome back. We're all tied at 36 after 3 quarters of play. I believe Isaac Guillen has been taken to the training room here at Mountain Home and being looked at. So we'll try to update you on him if we get a chance to see. As we start the fourth quarter, it will be Mountain Home basketball.
Yeah, when he was injured, the Mountain Home trainer was right out there, so good job on her part.
Cyclone's going to start without Zayden Williams, again with 4 fouls. Talon Heinzman on the floor with 4 fouls, and we'll get a foul called on Russellville to start. And this will be on Caleb Campbell, his first. And that'll put Jackson Corp on the free throw line to shoot 2. His first trip to the line. Has 5 points in the game, all 5 of his points coming in the third quarter. Missed the first one.
Caleb telling the official I was standing there, had my hand straight up in the air.
I don't think he's going to change his mind.
Yeah,
Just
you're probably right.
He missed both free throws, though. Well, they say the ball don't lie. Cyclones got the rebound. Walton got it for Russellville. No pass on the 3. He thought about it in the front court. Yeah, he was open briefly. Olsen has it up top for the Cyclones. Now whistle away from the basketball. We're going to get an illegal screen called on Caleb Campbell. That's number 2 on him. 2 fouls in the first 27 seconds of the fourth quarter on Caleb.
Yeah, it looks like they got Caleb's number now. He's going to have to play it easy.
Coach Chenault said, hey, what happened? And the official said, I don't know, but that's not the official that called it. Usually you can get an explanation if asked, but I guess they were ready to start the action, and official that called is on the far side. Well, knocked away by Caleb as he knocked it away from Gilbert. Gilbert's kind of close to, we've seen officials call flop warnings in the Hoops for Hunger tournament for exactly what Gilbert does. He kind of jerks his head back when he's dribbling, try to make it seem like he's getting hit. We saw that happen twice, not in Russellville games. In other games, we saw flop warnings called for that.
Gilbert will also lower his shoulder when he's getting close to a defender to try to draw a foul.
Missed 3. We're going to get a foul called on Caleb Campbell. He's picked up 3 fouls in the first minute.
Well, what did I tell you? They've got his number.
And let's see, that's going to put Drew Haney on the line to shoot 3 free throws. He's 3 of 4 from the line tonight, 10 points. He's going to play at the next level. He's going to play baseball. He's committed to Indian Hills in Iowa. He hits the first free throw. We got some time to talk to you about that. These are the first points that are being scored here in the quarter. He missed the second, makes 1 of 2. We got a third one coming. He'll hit 2 of 3. It's a 2-point lead for the Bombers. Cyclones in the front court. Campbell on the right wing. Spin move in the lane, shot up and count the basket, and he drew the foul. They were getting ready to call a foul on the guy guarding Caleb anyway. They were grabbing his jersey when he was trying to get free. And that actually works for us because they waited till he shot it. That's the first foul called on Newton. So you count the basket by Campbell. He's got 6 going to line for the and 1. Hits the free throw. He's given the Cyclones a 1-point lead on the old-fashioned 3-point play.
And that's Russellville's first free throw in the second half.
It is. Tate, reverse layup on the drive. He takes the lead back for Mountain Home, 40-39. Let's get some flow going here. Let's stop the whistles. We've had 4 fouls called here in the first minute and a half of this quarter. Caleb Campbell, spin move, fadeaway jumper, rolls off the iron. Gilbert gets the rebound. And a drive on the right side. Drew a little contact there. Glad they swallowed the whistle on that one. They'll double team him without the basketball. Fires it. Tried to go underneath the backdoor cut. Stepping inside was Zay Thomas. The Cyclones have it on the move. 3-on-3. Marcellus Olson, pump fake from the lane. Rolls off the iron on the shot. Rebound comes to Newton for Mountain Home. Mountain Home wanting to force the action a little bit, and they think better of it. It was going to be a 1-on-4. In the corner is Newton. Passes on the three, no. A sidestep and misses the three there. Ball tipped around. Let's see. Mountain Home has it underneath. Shot blocked from behind. They're going to get foul called on Caleb Campbell, who's committed 4 fouls here in the fourth quarter, and we got 5:41 left. So Campbell with 4. Williams on the bench with 4. Heinzman on the floor with 4. Foul starting to mount up for Russellville. That's the 4th team foul on the Cyclones. Heinzman will check out. Williams will check in. So Heinzman's out with 4 fouls. Williams and Campbell in the game with 4 fouls. He hits them both. And now a timeout called by Mountain Home. 42-39, the Bombers lead it with 5:41 left. We'll take a quick break. This is Cyclone basketball.
As a dentist, giving patients a beautiful smile is what I love to do. But the business side can be challenging. Luckily, First State Bank understands. They provide financial tools that make banking convenient and flexible. And the service I get is second to none. From equipment loans to cash management solutions, they give me the freedom to focus on my patients, not my payroll. Now that's something to smile about.
Come see us at First State Bank in Russellville or Fayetteville for local personalized banking.
Welcome back. We're at the hangar in Mountain Home. Second conference game of the season for both teams. Mountain Home leading the Cyclones 42-39. The Bombers calling this timeout. It shows that they have 4 left. I thought they'd already taken one. I think they might have put a timeout on the wrong side, but we'll get that checked on that. I thought we had 4 and they had 3. The Bombers hitting a couple free throws before taking that timeout. The Cyclones will have it. Just joining us, Russellville in a lot of foul trouble. Campbell is now on the bench with 4 fouls. Heinzman and Zayden Williams both on the floor with 4 fouls. The Russellville trailing by 3. Williams has barely played in the second half because of the foul trouble. They're guarding him very closely. He doesn't have the basketball, but he'll take it coming from the corner. The drive, scoop underneath, and missed the shot. He hits the deck. Rebound, Mountain Home. Russellville can't fall too far behind because it's really tough to come back. The way Mountain Home likes to play, they can milk the clock a little bit at times and be very deliberate, and they got the outside shooting to back it up. Gilbert, cross-court pass in the corner to Tate. They'll go inside. And they missed the shot from the drive. The follow blocked there by Williams, but put back up and in there by Haney. He's got 14. 5-point lead for Mountain Home. Thomas in the corner. And now here's Marcellus Olson. Zayden Williams was posting up. They knocked the ball away when they were trying to go inside to him. Corp on the drive, missed the shot. Rebound, Mountain Home. Tate puts it up. That goes out of bounds all the way, and they're going to give it to Russellville as it goes out of bounds on the far side. The Cyclones trail by 5. Caleb Campbell will check back in the game, replacing Heinzman. One of the things you got to play him at some point. You got to figure, it's a tough tightrope situation for Coach Chenault to walk. When do you play him, when not? He's got 3 guys with 4 fouls. Zayden Williams lost the handle on it, saved it in bounds, but straight to Mountain Home. Traveling is going to be the call as they got the pass to Tate. He had already thought about what he was going to do, fake the 3 and drive. The problem is he forgot to dribble. And the Bombers want to take a full timeout. We'll take it with them. The Cyclones trailing 44-39 with 3:59 left to go in the game. This is Cyclone basketball.
Johnny Storian with a thought from Alathus Realty. With years of experience, knowledge, and a network of relationships, they ensure you'll get the most for your house. So when it comes time to put that property on the market or begin looking for that next dream home you have, don't delay. Call Brent Purdy and the professionals at Alathus Realty Russellville, 968-5668, or check them out, russellvilleliving.com.
Year in and year out, terrain changes, seasons change, even the rules change. But one thing stays the same. Honda ATVs show up ready. The 2026 Ford Trax Rancher, Foreman, and Rubicon are back, just as reliable as ever. Built to haul, climb, and conquer, these are the machines folks count on to get the job done, and they're available now at Honda of Russellville. There's a Honda ATV built for how you ride. For your safety, read the owner's manual and always wear a helmet and eye protection. Honda ATVs are for riders 16 years and older.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing the Bombers by a score of 44-39. We have 3:59 left to go in the basketball game. The Cyclones with a basketball. They've opted to go here with Campbell and Williams on the floor at the same time, and whistle and a foul. And that's going to be on number 24 of Mountain Home, Newton. That's his second. They're trying to draw that fifth foul on Caleb Campbell. They were trying to force the contact, to force the official to make a call there. Not a bad idea.
Well, look, they've got his arm. They're holding his arm.
Yeah, they are. Williams on the drive. Lost it going up. He's going to be fouled. Boy, he hit the deck really hard, too, underneath, and he's going to go shoot two. And that'll be on Drew Haney, just his second. They don't have anybody with more than 2 fouls. We got Williams, Campbell, and Heinzman all with 4. And we're not sure. Olsen may have 3. We were unsure about that. Zayden Williams, who has not scored in the second half because of sitting in foul trouble, has 13 points in the game. Will go to the free throw line here with 3:45 left to go. It's the best way you can do come back. You make free throws, you're scoring, the clock's not moving, and he knocks down the first one. Awaiting the second free throw, he hit them both. Perfect 5 of 5 from the line. It's a 3-point game. Mountain Home with the lead. Cyclones got to play good, tough defense and don't foul. The next foul on Russellville will put them at the free throw line. They'll be shooting from here on out. Whistle underneath, and here it is. They're going to be on the free throw line. I don't know who it's foul on, but it's on somebody. It's on 0. We'll get to see if he's got 3 or 4. That's his third. And the team's 5th, and that'll send Gilbert to the free throw line. Has not been there tonight. He's a fantastic free throw shooter. He's going to shoot 2. He's got 13 points. It's been a quiet 13 in the second half. He's only got 2 points in this half, and it's his first free throw. He's the guy they got a lot of guys that can shoot free throws. This is the one guy that's the best one. You don't want him shooting. 45-41, 2-possession game. Still plenty of time, 3:31 left.
Gilbert's a good ball player, no question.
Hit the second one. Cyclones trail it by 5, 46-41. Zayden Williams will take it left side. They cleared out that side of the lane for him, and he draws the foul in a double clutch shot. Good job protecting the basketball with his body. The foul's going to be on Tate. Hey, they got somebody with 3 fouls. It'll be Tate. They play a lot of guys so they can spread out the fouls a little bit. And Zayden to the free throw line once again. It's the first one. 46-42, the Cyclones trailing. 3:17 left, waiting the second free throw from Zayden Williams. Hit them both, nothing but net on both of those. 46-43. Mountain Home leading Russellville. Gilbert will not use a screen. He'll go over the top of it. Little fade away from the left. Elbow is good. Boy, good shot there by Gilbert. Another 5-point lead. It's just seesawing now between 5 and 3-point lead. There's ball knocked away, picked up by Thomas. Williams was upset. They didn't call a foul. He said something to the official. Don't get a technical because that'll be number 5 personal foul. He'll post up now. Baseline move, missed the shot, trying to get the rebound. Loose basketball. 2 Cyclones were fighting over it, didn't realize, same team. And Mountain Home comes up with it. 2.5 to go. The Cyclones trail by 5. We cannot give up points on this possession. The way they're milking the clock down. 2:22 left. 19 seconds on the shot clock. They're just holding the basketball out front. Gilbert, he's got a screen to the left side. He uses it. Step back at the left elbow, steps in and misses the 15-footer there. With the rebound is Williams, and now a timeout called by Russellville. They did fix the timeouts, by the way, so now we have 2 left after this one. We'll take a break. 2:08 left to play here in the game. The Cyclones trail by 5. This is Cyclone basketball.
Focus days are back at Arkansas Tech University. This is your chance to be an ATU student for the day and experience student life firsthand. Plus, you'll be among the very first to enjoy an exclusive behind-the-scenes preview of our brand new Ferguson Student Union before it opens. And we're giving away a $1,000 scholarship. Experience what it's like to be a student in the College of STEM on January 30th. Visit atu.edu/focus days to register for free.
Lady Cyclones lost earlier tonight, 67-47 to Mountain Home. They fall to 0-2 on the conference. Chloe Gardner led the way for Russellville with 16 points, 12 points for Jasmine Garcia, 6 each for Kylie White, McKinley Walls, 4 for Anaya Staswick, and 3 points for Amaya Ely. Here in this game, the Cyclones trail by 5, 48-43. There's 2:08 left to play in the game. Coach Chenault and the Cyclones have done a really good job weaving their way in and out of substituting around the foul trouble that's been there. Williams, Campbell, and Heinzman all with 4 personal fouls. Russellville with 2 timeouts left. Mountain Home with 3. It'll be Cyclone basketball after the missed shot by Gilbert. Russellville got the defensive rebound and then called timeout. Not a lot of possessions left in this game because the way Mountain Home plays, very slow, deliberate when they can. And you guys are thinking, we got maybe 3 possessions left, and we're down 2 possessions. Got to score here and then get a stop. Walton in the corner, 3-pointer, no. Boy, it hit the back of the iron, looked good when it left his hand. Mountain Home has the rebound. They're going to walk it up the floor. You can put them on the free throw line, but there's 2 guys out there you don't want fouling. Olsen guarding Gilbert. Don't want to put him at the free throw line. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Don't foul now. 1.5 left. Gilbert gets around his man in the corner. 3-pointer on the way. That one's short. Rebound. Mountain Home has it. A fresh 35. That's a killer right there.
Yeah, we needed that rebound.
They can kill another 35 seconds. Cyclones electing not to foul. Got to play good defense again. 18 seconds on the shot clock. 1:03 left. Newton will fire it from 3. That one missed, and Walton gets the rebound, and now whistle, and I don't know what the...
Oh, it hit the top of the...
Okay, I hit the support part, and now Russellville takes a timeout. The Cyclones with 54.8 seconds left to go in the game, trail by 5. We'll use their next to last timeout. We'll take a quick break. This is Cyclone basketball.
Are you working hard to feed your family on a budget? Visit Chicken Mart to get all your Crispitos, pizza sticks, restaurant quality chicken nuggets, strips, wings, and fries all in one stop, and lots of opportunity purchases that are so good they may never come back. Check out Chicken Mart in 2 convenient locations before you go grocery shopping and see what they have for your family. Chicken Mart's been serving the River Valley since 1983 and still going strong. Visit 1808 South Arkansas Avenue or 106 Weir Road in Russellville. Chicken Mart, your chicken and more store.
Mickey Duval, Aaron Duval back with you at the hangar in Mountain Home. Stephen Berry back in Russellville. Can't wait to get back at home, Russellville. I wish I could blink and just be back there. Not looking forward to that 3-hour drive home, but we're heading back after this and then heading to Van Buren on Tuesday as both our boys and girls will be taking on the Pointers. Airtime about 5:50 with the girls tipping off at 6 o'clock and the boys after about 7:30. Next home game will be a week from tonight when both teams will host Siloam Springs at Cyclone Arena. Please show up and be loud. Russellville trailing 48-43 with 54 seconds left to go in the game. Cyclones have 1 timeout left. Mountain Home with 3 left. Russellville has the basketball, down 5, 94 feet away from the basket. Olsen said throw it towards midcourt. He's going to pick it up now. Zay Thomas on the right side. Walton catches the pass, misses the 3, rebound. Mountain Home and has a defensive rebound. Russellville chasing the basketball. Almost a 10-second violation in the backcourt. They cross the timeline. 24 seconds on the shot clock, 30 seconds to go in the game, and now we have a timeout by Coach Fulcher. That 3 goes down. It's a 1-possession game. The fact we missed that, it's going to be tough now. 29 seconds left, 21 seconds on the shot clock, and Russellville down by 5. We'll take a break as Mountain Home's called timeout. This is Cyclone basketball.
At Union Bank, we're more than a place to keep your money. We're your friends and neighbors. Sure, we've got checking and savings and digital banking with all the bells and whistles. So what really sets us apart? We know your name, not just an account number. And we're focused on serving you and our community because just like you, we call this home too. We invite you to discover the Union Way, where relationships matter. Visit us online at gounion.bank. Union Bank, member FDIC.
Well, we take a miracle finish now. I mean, we get a chance, but that not getting points on that last possession hurt the Cyclones. They trail 48-43. Mountain Home with a 5-point lead and the basketball with 29 seconds left. There's a shot clock involved, 21 on the shot clock. Cyclones need a steal. Flashing, almost getting a steal there in the backcourt. Mountain Home in the front court. They don't want to foul 22, but they don't have a choice. They're going to have to foul him. 22 seconds left to go in the game, and you got to hope that Gilbert doesn't make 2 of them, because that would make it a 3-possession game. He's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He's their best free throw shooter. He's got 17 points on the game, a quiet 17 for him. When somebody drops 40 and hits 11 threes on somebody, 17 is quiet for that one. That one hit the front of the iron, but rolls in there. It's a 6-point game. Look for this. Go ahead.
Olsen was the one who fouled, and that was his 4th. I'm just going to tell that.
Russellville, free throw missed. Look for us to get a quick basket if we can, and then call timeout. Thomas, Walton, right side, 3-pointer. No. Williams will get the rebound. He'll miss the 3. Rebound goes out of bounds. It belongs to the Cyclones underneath with 8 seconds left. Cyclones missing a couple threes. They have 1 timeout. If they get any kind of points, they're going to call timeout here because it stops the clock. Inbounds pass comes to Williams. He'll pull the trigger, miss the 3, and foul. I don't understand why they got him that close. Mountain Home with a 6-point lead, and Coach Fulcher, he's not upset at the official. I think he's upset at his player. And now he's yelling at the official. Tells him to sit down. You don't want to get technical here, but why don't you just give up the 3? I mean, I'm fine. We'd be fine scoring. You have a chance to score with the time going down. With that foul called on number 24, Landon Newton. And you give up the 3, 3 attempts.
Yeah. Well, if they'd call a technical on the coach, he would sit down then.
Yeah, and then it's 2 free throws plus the ball. Then it becomes interesting. I think if it wasn't 6 seconds left, I think you might see that. Zayden Williams, because they just warned him there. Zayden Williams hits the first free throw, misses the second free throw, and now Coach Chenault wants to take a timeout here with 6 seconds left to go in the game. We'll take another break. Russellville trailing 49-44. This is Cyclone basketball.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing 49-44 with 6 seconds left to go in the game. We're going to wait one more free throw by Zayden Williams, who just missed the second of 3 free throws. That's his first missed free throw tonight. He is 8 of 9 from the line. That's going to help his average, and he's already at 69% coming into the game. And again, Zayden having to play through some foul trouble, had 13 points in the first half amongst some resting because of being in foul trouble, and then picked up a 4th foul in the third quarter. 4th foul in the third quarter. So he sat the entire third quarter. He's hit free throws here in the fourth quarter, but that's all he's been able to do. Waiting the third free throw. It's that one. He'll end up with 19 points. Mtn Home. Get the ball in bounds, and now whistling a foul. We were grabbing Gilbert, trying to get the foul call before the ball was inbounded. And they waited till the ball was inbounded, so they ran off about 0.3 of a second. And Gilbert will go to the line to shoot 2. He is 3 of 4 from the line, 18 points tonight for Gilbert. Cyclones trailing by 4 here, out of timeouts. Cyclones going to fall to 0-2 in conference. Mtn Home going to improve to 2-0 in conference. And now a technical foul has just been assessed. Okay, they blew the whistle. This was mismanaged by the official, even if you're supposed to warrant the foul. Let's say the technical foul was warranted. He blew his whistle while Gilbert had the basketball shooting a free throw. You don't do that. Gilbert made the free throw. I think they're counting it. I don't know. Gilbert had the basketball, and he's asking, does that free throw count? And the official that just hit Zayden with a technical foul blew his whistle while Gilbert had the and he's asking now, does that foul count? He's pointing up the scoreboard. Does my shot count? They blew the whistle while he had. If you want to assess the technical, you got to wait till the free throw shot. But that technical foul on Zayden Williams will be his 5th. He's fouled out of the basketball game. And what that means is after this free throw, they move everybody off the lane. After this free throw, they're going to get to shoot 2 more and then get the basketball. So the game's, in essence, over. And now they've actually wiped out the free throw. They said, no, that doesn't count. And so this is his first one, we believe. We're still kind of confused, too. The official that called it was actually talking to Zayden when he was shooting free throws and earlier, and then hit him with a technical when he was at midcourt. And so he's fouled out. The second free throw was missed by Rhett Gilbert, so he makes 1 of 2. It's 50-45. There's 5.8 seconds left, so we'll wait 2 more free throws by Gilbert. You can have anybody on the floor shoot the technical free throws. They've elected Gilbert. He's the best free throw shooter. He just hit the first one, so he's sitting with 20 points now. And now 21s. He hit them both. 52-45. And so now Mtn Home will get the basketball at midcourt. And Coach Chenault, Caleb Campbell saying, do we foul or do we let him go? And they never said anything, so they call foul.
Well, if you go back and look just prior to that technical, you'll notice that the official initiated the conversation with Williams.
Yeah, he did.
So why would you do that?
Yeah. Coach Fulcher's wanting an intentional foul call. I mean, yeah, it's obviously an intentional foul. We're trying to foul. I mean, come on, it wouldn't put him in danger or anything like that, but it's the first free throw. The Cyclones have owned Mtn Home until tonight. The last time Mtn Home won was back in 2023. Russellville won the last 4 and actually won 9 of the last 10 in this series, but Mtn Home's going to win this one tonight. There's Olson. They'll take it all the way. It went in, but it does not count because he shot it after the buzzer, and that's your game. The Cyclones lose it here by a score of 54-45. We'll take a minute break, come back to the postgame show. This is Cyclone basketball.
Back at the Farmers Co-op, and Mike Apple's along with us, Mike, whenever we're thinking about the Farmers Co-op, it's that variety that people love and the great selection that they'll find at their local co-op, East Main Russellville, also in Danville.
That's true. We have all the items for the farm and ranch, but we also have lawn and garden, pet supplies, just a very wide variety of products.
The Farmers Co-op in Russellville, exit 84 off Interstate 40, East Main Russellville, also in Danville.
The folks at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air want to take a moment to not only thank you for your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. And customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you from Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
KCJC Dardanelle, Russellville. Ladies and gentlemen, this is River Country. KCJC.
Cyclones lose it here by a score of 54-45. And looking at Isaac Guillen, who's actually getting helped off the floor by Andre Lazic, one of his teammates. And they're just now, everybody else is going off the floor except those two, and they have to go climb downstairs. So bless his heart, he's got ice pack on his knee and a shoe off. So we hope that he's going to be okay. The Cyclones lose it here by a score of 54-45. It was a close game for a while. Remember, it was tied at the end of half, tied at the end of the third quarter at 36. Cyclones lose it going away. Leading the scores for Mountain Home is Rhett Gilbert, who Russellville kind of kept in check a little bit. He ends up with 23 points, but he had 11 and only 13 at the end of three quarters, but he ends up leading the way for them. 14 points for Drew Haney, 6 for Baylor Tate, 5 for Jackson Corp, 2 for Cody Cormacon. For the Cyclones, they were led by Zayden Williams. He fouled out, but ended up having 19 points. He did not hit a field goal in the second half, but did his damage from the free throw line. 19 points for Williams, 13 points for Marcellus Olson, 7 points for Caleb Campbell, 4 for Zay Thomas, and 2 for Isaac Guillen, obviously before the injury. Your thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, unfortunately, we got into foul trouble. Mountain Home, they were 4 of 20 for the game from the three-point line. They were 19 of 25 from the charity stripe. We were 13 of 14 from the charity stripe. A little bit of difference there. We were 3 of 19 from the three-point line. Caleb Campbell, along with his points, he had 8 rebounds unofficially. Did a good job. Isaac did a good job while he was in there. I got him for 3 block shots and picked up about 3 rebounds or so. But just a tough loss for the Cyclones, again, getting into foul trouble, especially our top scorers. But what I think really turned this thing was the quick fouls that Campbell picked up at the start of the second half.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 within 1 minute of the start of the second half. So that's a game changer. That turns things around. And we just could never recover.
Yeah, he had 3 in the first minute, 4 in the first minute and a half, and Caleb really did a good job not fouling out of the basketball game. But it does alter because Russellville not really a deep team, and they're going to have to contend with that. I mean, other teams are going to see this, say, hey, let's try to get Zayden and Caleb in foul trouble, and so Russellville will be marked a little bit on that. But they lose it by a score of 54-45 tonight here at Mountain Home. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast of Cyclone and Lady Cyclone basketball. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday night as both teams will be on the road at Van Buren. We appreciate Steve and Barry so much, our engineer back at KCJC Studios, and we appreciate you for joining us tonight, whether you're listening to us on KCJC or watching us on Cyclone Booth. Once again, our scores from the Hangar and Mountain Home. The girls lost tonight 67-47. The boys lost by a score of 54-45. For Stephen Berry and Aaron Duval, I'm Mickey Duval saying to you, good night, God bless, and thank you, Tony Basil. So long, everybody.
Russellville Cyclone Basketball on River Country KCJC is made possible by QC Training, First State Bank, Sorrel's Body Shop, Olathe Realty, Russellville School District, Arkansas Tech University, Oscar's Auto Repair by Chicken Mart, Miller Roofing Company, Union Bank, Hairtech Studio, River Valley Furniture, Chambers Bank, River Valley Tinting and Glass, by West Frazier, Huntington Learning Center, Stella Manor, Arkansas Valley Farmers Association, by R&R Express, Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air, Arkansas Beauty College, Honda of Russellville, Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, and by Phil Wright Autoplex, Russellville High School Basketball, here on River Country, KCJC.